After Veronica.
Gorilla the spinner.
Looks like Chance.
Yeah!
Hello. This is a hard announcement to make. As podcasters, we should strive to do better. We don't want to lie, okay? Our goal is to foster a community of truth tellers and good people. And that being said, Chance is supposed to host this episode, but turns out that he decided to play a pickup game of basketball where instead of shirts versus skins, it was shoes versus skins.
I hate it.
And as we all know, Chance likes to have his beans out. So naturally, he was on the skins team. But there was one shoes player who for some reason felt the need to charge up with bananas. Now, we all know that Chance's feet, he sits at a desk all day. His feet, they don't have any there's no grip. All right? They're like Payless shoes. And so, when that one shoes player would discard his banana peels upon the court, Chance didn't see it. He was locked into the game. And he slipped on one of those banana peels. Cracked his head open on the pavement. We all had to watch as he laid there, suffering. And none of us could do anything. I'm not a doctor. Are you? Yeah, I didn't think so. So with that being said, Calvin will be taking Chance's place this week. We hope that you can forgive us, for we did not intend to lie to you. But all the same, we lied. And so, we contacted our special contact in Tibet, Raymond Gutierrez, to once again use his pit the same way that we did for Calvin. And while Calvin is forever changed, we still love him just the same. And we will love Chance in the same way. And we hope that all of you will love him too. So, as you see, I'm in a hotel room in Tibet right now. There are a lot of cats running around, so I need to remain vigilant, so I can't keep this going for much longer. But we respect time, prayers, well wishes, and get ready to see Chance back on the next episode. Thank you.
I hate it.
Welcome to today's episode of the Dubois Podcast, where you're here with
Dubois.
You might notice there's one of us missing. We're actually in a hotel room in Tibet. They allow cats in the rooms.
Yeah.
There's already got one there.
Yep.
You might see another one coming
At
around.
some point.
Yeah, I left the window open last night, so they've just been getting in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta
okay.
take a trip after we wrap up this session and bring back our friend Chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed away, as you know, in a tragic shoes versus skins basketball game.
Yeah.
Very tragic.
I tried to tell him, you don't have any friction on the bottom of those.
True.
He's not a blue
That's
collar
true.
worker.
No,
Facts.
he's not.
Yeah.
He's sitting at a desk all day, typing on a computer.
Yeah.
You don't got the texture to keep yourself stable with those. But he didn't want. He said no. He said, and I quote, "Shut your bitch ass up."
True. That is
That's his line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is his favorite phrase.
It's like I can hear him saying it now.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't say it like that. He whispered it. But
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Especially with those loose banana peels everywhere. You never know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
exactly. I tried to tell that guy to stop eating them damn bananas at the pickup basketball game, but
he says the potassium helps him get through the game.
Low
right?
key, low key.
take supplements or something, or at least throw them in the trash instead of on the court.
So litter wall.
Yeah, but he was in the
Biodegradable.
middle of the game. Like, he can't stop and just throw it away. That'd be wrong.
They're throwing them things to get back in the game.
Right, he's
peel it.
in the zone.
All right.
Yeah, but either way, he'll be back next week. We're gonna make sure we're gonna take a journey, bring him back.
Yep.
Same way I
We're
got brought
already
back.
mid journey.
Yeah, we're already there technically.
Yeah.
But on to another note. Music recommendations.
Hey,
You like those?
Hey.
We're gonna give our music recommendations. If you like them, look them up. We also have a playlist on Spotify called the Dubois Podcast.
Music recommendations.
But it's got the Dubois Podcast before it, or is it just?
What's the name of the playlist?
It is Dubois Music Recommendations.
Oh, yeah.
Follow it, please.
Yes. We're going to start with Veronica. What's your recommendation?
Alrighty, guys. So for today, my music recommendation is "People Ain't Dancing" by Carlo. I think is how you pronounce it. This song is wonderful. It's basically just saying if the place ain't lit, if the people ain't dancing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I
True.
live by that. And the beat is just really, it's such a vibe. It definitely has like a house feel. It makes you want to get up, dance, and just move your body.
Move your body.
Move your body.
Groove your body. Anyway.
Or your body.
Yes, see what I'm talking about.
Mine's kind of similar.
Mhm,
It's the same genre, house music. It's Ecstasy mixed by Fabic, Jafunk, Pastel, and Bambi. Basically, I'm assuming it's a remix of another song, but the girl's kind of just talking about how like she's in ecstasy from like dancing with the dude,
Okay.
just having a good time.
Oh yeah.
Good listen, good beat.
I'm trying to be.
Hey,
And
maybe
ecstasy
after we get a
dancing
chance,
with
Oh, true. Hell yeah.
we'll go out.
Got a club around here, maybe.
Tibetan club.
Yeah.
There's got to be some.
Gotta
What
be.
happens in Tibet stays in
Stays in
Tibet.
You hear that?
Besides
We're,
him.
we're taking him.
Yeah,
Right.
I gotta stay.
We're taking all the stray cats back.
True. Oh, hey, there's one over. Anyway, my song this week is "Upsides" by Nick D.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yes, sir. Water with lemon and lime. Anyway, but no, it's a very good song. It's more like low key kind of, but I like the vibe a lot. Basically, it's like, so he was with a person. I don't know. Oh well, he does say explicitly reference a lady. So it's about a lady that he was with at one point, but she wasn't ready to be in whatever capacity. Sounds a little toxic, but basically now he's up, and now he's saying being with me now, a lot of upside. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, but it's cool. I like it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Brother.
My song recommendation for this week was actually recommended to me by good old Calvin over here.
It's me.
It's called Sharks Left Me Stranded, I think,
Yeah.
by Paris the
Yes.
Prince.
Yep.
Very good. It was recommended to me because his music's, at least as far as that song is concerned, I haven't listened to another one, so this could be wrong. But as far as the song, that song is very much like a DeForvid vibe. So
Forvid.
I fucks with DeForvid, so of course I'm gonna fuck with this too.
That was your pick last week too, I think.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. The song it seems I've only started listening to it this week, so I don't have a full understanding of the song because when I listen to songs, I just like to feel the vibes. I like to listen to how it sounds and all that stuff. You know what I
sometimes,
mean?
Like, you wish you were heartbroken just so you can feel the song better.
If only it was
people
just a
don't have
wish.
to-
Some people don't have to wish.
Sorry.
But
Sometimes I wish I was a little heartbroken so I could feel the song better, but then I'd be sad because I'd be
Interesting.
heartbroken. So I don't
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Just for like those 3 minutes of that song's playing, I
then
just
be
want to
good.
really like
Yeah.
feel the
Yeah.
song. But then afterwards, I want to go back to like
Hey, let me just see this
Happy
real
Land.
quick.
No.
I also
really
wish I
feel
could
it.
only be heartbroken for 3 minutes. Twins.
I mean, it's not actual. But this is like if only, you know.
I wish I could LARP being heartbroken.
Yeah.
Cosplay.
I love it. It's my favorite form of cosplay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
my
I'm
favorite form of
cosplaying Happy
cosplay-
today.
Right? I'm cosplaying a
Low
normal
key.
person.
It'd be like that
Anyways.
Lost track.
Sorry about that.
Basically, the song is about him losing someone that he very much cared for, presumably romantically, and feeling kind of left behind and surrounded by sharks, so to speak. And so much so that he says something along the lines of like, instead of being left without legs, I'm left without a heart. And I'm like, damn, bro, same. But the song, like halfway through, kind of flips a little bit because she comes back, or they come back, and all of a sudden he's like, "Nah, I've moved on.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Growth.
Can't have me back. Them tears that you're crying, they're real now.
Okay.
How does that feel?" It's like, damn, okay,
Yeah.
go off, King.
Be like that.
And it's just a very nice song to listen to.
Yeah, he's a good artist.
yeah.
I found him recently. He's kind of has a little bit of a following, but if you like D4vid, listen to him. Worth it.
Facts. Can confirm.
Yeah.
All right, so
Nice.
that'll wrap up our music recommendations for this week. Now let's get into our weeks I don't know if anyone had anything eventful happen. I want to start with you.
You know, this week was a week. I don't remember
Facts.
much of it. I worked. I went to school. Yeah, I probably had a few breakdowns in between, but we made it to the weekend. It's almost Easter, so
Yeah,
happy belated Easter by the time this comes out, everyone.
Belated.
I'm looking forward to eating as much food as I can,
Oh yeah.
and I'm gonna pass it on to my my partner over here.
Partner.
Partner.
What did I do?
That's what I'm saying. By the time the
Yeah,
week,
it's-
like Saturday comes,
Honestly,
I'm like,
Only good thing about this week, had Friday off for Good Friday. Sorry.
Sorry,
But
guys.
it was nice. I had a 4-day work week, so it was more of just survive until Thursday.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I did that. I don't know if I could have survived Friday, but I didn't have to. So we're good.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Me, I was sad, but then I was all
Preach.
right. I played some God of War Ragnarok because I'm very late to every game that ever comes out, and I watched Roadhouse, Amazon
Oh, my-
Prime Video
yeah.
You
original.
watched that movie and didn't say a word?
My coworker told
I
me
wasn't
about that.
sure
Uh-oh.
if that was a joint movie one or nobody said anything, so I just
Uh-oh.
assumed I was good.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's
your-
what happened
no
with
fault
me and
yours.
Oppenheimer, and I still asked.
That's not true. You asked beforehand for Oppenheimer.
No,
No,
the
it's
entire
exciting.
way before that, I was like, I want to go see Oppenheimer. I'm just gonna go by myself. And then I was like, you know what? Just in case, let me ask the crew. And then I asked,
And we did.
even though I didn't think it was anybody's cup of tea.
But you know what's so girl boss though is that we did all go see Barbie together. So
True. That's true.
I think that's
True.
more of a girl boss move.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah.
We girl bossed way too hard.
Honestly, I think you could have girl bossed
hey,
harder.
put the fit.
Yeah, I
put
was
the-
saying
put
we,
the picture up.
we even dressed up for it.
Yeah, right.
Don't mind
Insert
how I look in
photo.
that picture.
Yeah.
Me either. Please.
Yeah.
Because
Actually,
not my best picture. Oh. But it was a
that's-
decent time.
That's fucked up. They didn't think about at
gloss
least
over it.
me.
It was a decent time.
was it a good movie? My coworker told me about it. He said I'll describe how he said it, and you tell me if it fits.
Okay.
He said the movie itself isn't a great one necessarily, but
can
like the action's good
Yeah.
and like the story's okay. I
Yeah.
guess.
I think a lot more happened than I thought was going to happen. I thought it was going to be more of like there was some wild stuff that happens towards the end of the movie. The last act is kind of wild, and I didn't expect it, but I enjoyed it. So I think not the best movie. It's not like a cinematic masterpiece, but it's not a bad movie, and the action was pretty good. Conor McGregor was...
In the movie.
And yeah, it was
He was
fun
there.
though. His character was crazy, and like once again, not the best actor, but it was fun, and I'll give him that for sure.
Damn.
But he
yeah, it
was there.
Cool. Yeah,
That's
Now
all
you're-
that matters.
Now
He
you're gonna
was
see
there.
Connor calling out Alex for his views.
That's
Like,
great.
Fight, meet me in the ring.
No, hell no.
Hey, thanks, I'm not a good doctor. Fight me then.
No, come on. I've seen TikTok. Damn.
Technical difficulties.
I've seen TikTok
Please hold. Momentary
reviews.
pause.
And the people say the same thing, so you're gonna have to fight all of us. Is all I'm saying.
I'm
Everybody
a
versus
Goyle.
McGregor.
You probably would.
I'm a female. Please no.
I'm a Jake
Oh, you
Gyllenhaal
don't
fan for
discriminate.
sure, though.
I'll fight all of you fuckers.
I can't.
You sound like that elf from Lucky Charms.
I already pissed off.
know. I already know exactly what you were about to say.
I will say this: the Italian accent.
Yeah, I knew it.
Silly,
I knew it.
but that's not irrelevant to what we're talking about.
Like
Just felt the need to bring it up.
Oli, oli, oli.
Ali, 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 Ali.
Hey, oli, oli, oli,
See
oli.
what I'm saying?
Holy, holy, holy.
This is what I was saying 2 weeks ago. All right, the world hates whimsy.
I don't know if it's whimsy, bro.
Oli, 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 oli.
I can't. We're not getting into that.
Sorry, yeah.
That's
Sorry.
another
This is for
episode.
later.
That's so
Sorry.
sidetracked.
This is for post podcast conversation.
Low key. Anyway, how was your week?
Yeah.
My week,
Holy.
as usual, Dookie. No old people encounters this time.
Hey.
Nice.
So that was
W's.
cool, right? Yeah, pretty sure no old people
Small
encounters.
W's.
But I did start watching Modern Family.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I've seen
No, I'm
like
kidding, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I've seen like random episodes of it when it used to be on TV, and
Mhm.
it's one of those shows I feel like
It reminds
I
me
don't-
of like Malcolm in the Middle.
I don't go out of my way to watch it. I wouldn't
Mhm.
mind watching it, but when it's on, I'm just like, it's actually pretty good.
No,
I watch it the entire way through.
Yeah, low-key.
I'm saying, like, I've heard people recommend it throughout the years. The people that married the lady that married, like, the officiator for my mom and my stepdad's wedding, she said that I looked just like Manny, the kid.
That's funny.
And not only do I look like him, me and him, his character in the show are like the
Similar
exact same
personalities.
person.
Yeah.
He's like a lot smarter than I am, but
So
like
what you're saying is he got his inspo from you.
I think so.
Oh my god.
Me and him are kindred spirits.
Hell yeah.
You should meet him.
I should.
Let's get him on.
Hey, if you want to be on the podcast, we could confuse a lot of people. I'll
Okay.
get my dad on here.
That's true. True. You guys all got to sit on the same side.
Yeah. We'll get Gabriel Iglesias in
Hell
here
yeah.
too, so that would just really complete the. But no, he's like the hopeless romantic type too, and always like straight up. There was like an episode in the beginning where it's like, "Oh, what's your greatest fear?" And he's like, "Dying alone." I was like, "Oh, that's me." So that's
My
funny.
favorite is Lily, I think, the daughter.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
she's still a
the-
baby. We're on
yeah,
that, but
she's
yeah.
so funny. I've seen little clips of her
Yeah,
on
on, like,
TikTok. I'm
TikTok.
like, yes, girly.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Kaylee. I
Nice.
literally look at her. I'm like, that's Kaylee,
Yeah.
100%.
The show is like it's not. I haven't had like a moment where I've been like gut busting type laugh.
Yeah.
But the laughs that I do get are so consistent and good enough to where like I could confidently be like, this is a funny show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We love
Yeah.
shows like that.
Also, like you see like little bits of like I see like a little bits of my family and like us a little bit
I
in
think
a lot
that's
of the
like that-
characters.
yeah, the whole show is kind of worked around like getting people that watch it to be like, that's kind of like
Yeah.
sounds similar to like how my family would act. Or
Yeah,
react to it.
there's an episode where Phil and Claire, they're kind of like the main family with the three kids. His dad comes over and he brings them a dog. And at first, Claire, the mom, she's like, "Oh, this dog, I'm gonna be taking care of it. I hate this dog. I hate this dog." But then like halfway through the episode, it's revealed that she actually loves the dog because the dad wants to like take it back, and she's like, "Oh no, don't take my dog." I texted my mom. I was like, "She's literally you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
mom
that's
with
how
Toby.
it was with Toby.
Yeah.
Mr. Toberson.
I think it's-
Yeah.
I think Lula was the only one that she like
Yeah.
wasn't really upset about getting because
Yeah.
it's a cat. Cats take care of
Yeah.
themselves.
They're so
Yeah.
self-sufficient.
Yeah, she loves Lula
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time.
Me too, but she
too,
won't let
no,
me
she
love on
Yeah,
doesn't.
her.
Lula
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah, she's really shy.
Shout out to Lula and Toby. We love you guys.
Louis Toblinson.
Toby Toberson.
But oh shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, so it's also a nice show because a lot of shows have like drama in it or like characters with like huge flaws.
Mm-hmm.
But the flaws that the characters have are always like funny
Yeah.
and like they're not super like so for example the old fella Jay, his biggest character flaw, so to speak, is that he's like stuck in the past. So he has like some reservations about like 'cause his son's gay, and like some stuff like that. But it's never like problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always just, like,
done,
little
in
funny-
a tasteful manner.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
when shows can do that though, when they can like poke light at certain topics, but
Mhm.
do it tastefully and not like in a disrespectful way. Like you can go about that so wrong, but like
Yeah.
the fact that they were kind of just like, they're nice about it. They're like gentle about it. It's like an elevated normal life
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
And the show is definitely like still it's a product of its time, but it also feels modern
Mhm.
because oh my god, Modern Family.
No way!
Because like there's a lot of like racial humor in the show,
Mm.
but it doesn't feel like old school racial humor where it was like bad.
Yeah.
It feels like what modern day racial humor would be like. Like the son Mitchell, his partner's name is Cameron, and Cameron is just always like accidentally racist, or sometimes like not even necessarily accidentally, but like so they wanted to get their kid, their baby Lily, into like a prestigious school. So what they wanted to do was they wanted to make themselves seem like as diverse as possible because they're a gay
yeah.
couple
Yeah.
with an adopted Vietnamese baby. So what he did, he said that he was like part Cherokee and started speaking in like
Oh.
a native
Goodness.
accent, like a native English accent. Very stereotypical
Yeah.
one. And the scene went on for so long, and it was just so hilarious that they really just played it out. It's very much a tie between like him and Phil for like my favorite characters.
Phil's a good one.
Yeah,
'cause he
Phil's
has a
really
lot of
good.
good moments.
He's really quirky. He's I feel very close to him as well. But Cameron's hilarious. That's my guy.
Oh yeah.
Also, I'd be remiss if I did not bring it up. Sofia Vergara.
Yeah.
True.
Gorgeous.
Here's the thing, Sophia. Miss Vergara. I don't know you like
You
that.
don't know like that.
I was familiar with your game. I was very familiar. I was not as familiar as I thought I was.
Yeah.
She is
elite on that show. I've seen
She's
clips
great.
of her. She's elite. She's
Yeah.
a queen.
she's hilarious. She's obviously beautiful.
Yeah.
She has just a fantastic on-screen presence,
Mhm.
and not only that, her relationship with Jay, the old man, feels
It's
so,
so cute.
believable.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like it's forced or like they actually have like genuine chemistry with each other. So
It's not just like young woman gets with old man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
it's like he actually takes care of her. Like the
Yeah.
few little, like I've never seen the show, but the few clips that I've seen, like he actually takes care of her.
yeah.
I know there's one famous clip where like she wears heels to Disney and he like tries to tell her like don't do it, it's not a good idea. He keeps trying to get her to wear like flats or something, and like she's complaining that her feet hurt because obviously she's wearing heels at
Yeah.
Disney, and like he buys her slippers
Oh.
and like there's Cinderella slippers I believe, and like he puts them on her and she feels so much better, and like it was so cute because like you know he could have easily been like I told you so,
Yep.
you
Yep.
should have listened to me, but instead he just bought her slippers, put
Yeah.
them on her feet, and she was as happy as could be. It was so
Aw.
cute. I
Yeah.
was like, I
Yeah.
love
It's-
that.
like, there's-
Also, his relationship as a stepdad when it progresses
Yeah.
is really good.
It's from even just from what I'm seeing now, it's like it's really like he'll like have this reservation at the beginning of
Mhm.
the episode, but then he'll like make a genuine effort to like
Oh,
do
watch your
something.
hand.
Oh, sorry, buddy. There's an episode about like Colombian. I don't remember what holiday it was for. I don't know if it was. No, it couldn't have been Christmas. Was it a Halloween episode? I don't remember. But there was like this thing where they said that like in Colombia, there's the inocente, where like a person that they fool, essentially somebody who's like gullible or something like that. And they like fooled him and scared him, and in the whole episode he was like, "Oh, we need to have just normal American holiday, whatever it was." And then by the end of it, they try to do the Colombian thing once again. And he's like, "I told you we're doing an American one, blah 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 blah." And he like walks around the corner, and then he comes back over. He's like, "Oh, gotcha, Inocente." And I think it was Christmas, because then he's like, "You know how hard it is to get fireworks?" They're like talking about fireworks for Christmas, and
So
so like he
cute.
made the
Yeah.
extra effort to do that stuff. So it's really cool because like normally you would expect it to be that he's just like problematic and it's just a
Yeah.
persisting issue until he gets out of it. But like he's problematic, but I think in like the best way you can be. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's any bad character like
Yeah.
in that
No.
show, honestly.
Yeah, they're all
'Cause
all
even
good.
like when the kids are doing things, it's like they're kids.
Yeah.
You know, you
And
might be a
they're
little annoyed, but it's like
funny.
it's still funny.
So yeah, so that's
Nice.
my
I'm glad
my
Modern Family helps you throughout
Oh
the
yeah.
day.
Look, yeah.
It was the one thing I was looking forward to every single day. Very
Just get
funny.
home. It's a Modern Family.
Modern
Yeah.
Family time. What are the Dunphys up to today? So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Nice. All right, maybe I'll check it out.
yeah, I definitely recommend it for sure.
Today we're gonna be, well, I'm gonna be reading some Reddit stories.
Yeah.
The topic of it is gonna be bad dates.
Oh hell yeah.
So I'll read a story that someone
Spicy.
posted about a bad date. We'll
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about it, give our opinion.
Yeah.
Our opinion is the most valid of all
Yeah.
above all other opinions.
Yes.
So
It's
Indeed.
the only correct one.
yeah.
And again, if you disagree with our opinions, feel free to
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah.
It won't change anything, but let us know.
Yeah, we'll be happy to listen.
You
For
deserve
a
to
little
be
bit.
heard too. Doesn't mean that it needs to be taken seriously, but you still deserve to be heard.
All right. I'm gonna start off with a shorter one. You know, kind of get the gears going for us.
Hell yeah.
Let me just clear my throat and make sure I'm ready to read a story. All right. We all ready?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to
Don't
cheat.
worry, I can't look.
All right. Had a date with this dude who was really cute. He would not stop complaining about his life. I tried to be patient, supportive, and positive, but nothing seemed to get. You're right about that. Oh my god. Had a date with this dude who was really cute. He would not stop complaining about his life. I tried to be patient, supportive, and positive, but nothing seemed to get him to perk up. The constant complaining was really over the top, but about pretty average stuff. It had been nonstop for hours. Can't remember what we were doing on our date, but the plan was to meet at location A, then head to location B. I was driving. In the car on the way to B, I finally reached my limit with his complaining. I wasn't having any fun, realized that I wasn't going to have any fun, and already knew that I was never going to call him again.
Damn.
At that moment, I noticed a L stop ahead, public transit train.
Chicago, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
I only know that because of Shameless.
I was going to say, how the hell do you know that?
Impressive.
Like, oh, we're taking the L today.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I pulled over at it and just said, okay, this date is over.
Oh.
You should head home now.
Damn.
He was pretty shocked, but begrudgingly got out of the car. That was probably a worse date for both of us.
Yikes.
So I put that one in there because, like, I know I've met people that kind of have, like, that mentality of just kind of complaining about things all the time. So where it's, like, that's their personality.
Yeah.
Especially when it's nothing that's, like, that crazy to complain about. So I was curious to see, like, how y'all would feel if you were her.
Firstly, I love how this person was just like so fed up with it that her foot was on the gas at the very beginning of the story.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
it's just immediately just like negative, not even like
Yeah.
a good setup.
Yeah.
Of like I
She was
with this
already
guy.
turned off by the time she started writing this. She's
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
she immediately felt the ick from him.
Yeah.
She's like,
She pulled
No.
over after dropping his ass off and wrote this.
Yeah, low key.
Low-key.
He was watching her do it through the window.
Yeah, it for me it depends. I think like if the complaining thing happens, I mean I guess that's the point is that he complains.
It's also
all
a
the time.
first date.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it's true.
I think
Yeah.
like for a first date, that's kind of excessive. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
get
tough.
if you're like kind of miserable in a way, and like you're like, oh, I don't really like my life, and like, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
but,
But,
save
like,
trauma
we're
dumping
a
for
first-
like
I was
the
gonna
third
say,
date.
Yeah,
not
like-
saying
Okay.
not saying you should lie on a
No.
date,
Yeah.
but on a first date, you don't gotta like
That's just
show
too
your
aggressive.
everything
Yeah.
to her. Or like,
Yeah.
this dude just nonstop complaining. Like,
Yeah.
what the
But
hell?
this, my friends, is why you drive separately.
True.
Because honestly, she didn't have to deal with him being in the car. They could have drove separately to location A and B, and that should have been fine. But like, you know, at least she found out early, and she could like nix this guy out before like 5-6 weeks down the road, and they're together.
Yeah.
But
Also, like,
mm.
you know, she was being like supportive and positive, as she said. So I feel like when you're doing that and the person is just like not, like, it's not
Still,
helping
like,
them, and they're
yeah.
still just like,
Shutting it down.
man, like,
Yeah.
especially on
They
a
forgot
first
my fries.
date. Like,
Yeah.
kind of.
It's like I don't want to hear all this for the first date. Like,
Yeah, because it's like if this is our first date, like I can't imagine a year down the road, 2 years down the road. Like, how are you gonna be? Is this how you're always gonna be? Like, I don't want to live the rest of my life with someone that's like, I hate my life, everything sucks, blah, 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 and like can never see the positive of it.
Especially like why is my brain broken? I just had it in my head. I had it and then it went away again.
processing.
Oh,
okay.
it's especially because like the way it sounds is that like the entire date was just like about him. Like he didn't
Yeah,
ever like
that's
try to
also
make it
true.
about this
Yeah.
person like a single time
At
he's
all,
complaining.
I also, now this is maybe just me being the devil's advocate. I feel like if the roles were reversed and it was a male dropping off a female at the station somewhere, I think that would kind of be like, he'd be a red flag. He'd be like dangerous.
for,
like
Yeah.
it'd be
letting a woman
inconsiderate.
down.
So like as like shitty as he sounds, do I think it was right to leave him? Not necessarily
Yeah.
per se, but like I think it's this, again, not to sound sexist, but it's gonna sound sexist. Him being a man, it kind of is better for him because like he can probably defend himself easier than it would be like.
Nah, based on how this dude sounds, he's
Well,
not.
yeah, based on like, but just
got
like
jumped.
looking
Man, I
at
got
it.
jumped.
But like,
My life sucks.
if it was a guy leaving a woman there, people would be eating him to shreds. Like
Yeah.
people
Nah,
would tear his
that's
ass
true.
up.
Oh,
So
for sure.
like, I kind of feel like it's kind of fucked up to just leave him
Yeah.
there. But like, I also understand like just being at your end. Like, I don't know, maybe she should have like given him some money to take it. Like, I know it's kind of like fucked up,
Nah.
but like it kind of softens the blow of just leaving the
Yeah.
dude there. You know?
Well, I think she could have dropped him off, but I think it's also funny the idea of seeing like a Reddit post from his perspective. He's just like, I went on a date. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't. She dropped me off and said I was, complaining all the time.
She
Then I
left
got
me alone in
jumped.
the dingy train
They took the
station.
money I needed for the L
Right,
train.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
To
it's
walk
kind of
home.
dangerous. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't think she should have left him necessarily. I think maybe like at least like tell him to shut the fuck up and bring him back to his car.
That's-
But like
yeah.
don't just like leave someone there. Like that's kind
Yeah.
of messed up because
Yeah, that's-
anything
that's a
could
little
happen.
crazy.
Like
True.
God forbid something did, she would feel like the worst person ever. Like although she may not like him,
Mhm.
it's kind of like you got to be careful nowadays.
Yeah.
But like he also can't do that on a first date. So like they're
Yeah,
both
true,
kind
true,
of in
true.
the wrong.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like at that point you just have to be like, hey, I don't think I like you very much.
Right.
So I'm just going to drive you back to your car, and then we're going to go our separate ways.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
partner?
Or even tell him,
Yeah.
like, you're being annoying. I don't like this date.
Mhm.
I'm not having a good time. So our options are either A, I leave you here, or we have
Golly.
a silent ride back to the car, and I leave you there, and we never have to speak again. And like, give him an option, maybe. I don't know, do something.
I love the idea of him convincing himself that the date is going good, and then she just
Yeah.
out of nowhere
Yeah,
says
it's like,
that.
Just is like, what's wrong with her? I thought she was into me.
She's such a good listener.
Yeah.
I was
That's
just
funny.
talking to her about my day.
Damn.
That was just about her the one day.
That'd be great.
That's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit her with a. Hey, honestly, I'm not really having a good time. You're kind of complaining a lot, so I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna get. What? I'm gonna bring you. Excuse me. I'm gonna bring you back to your car, and like in that amount of time, if you can turn it around, maybe go back to the spot. But
One Yui and then
Not
another
even
one.
at that point, you
Yeah.
end the date regardless. Like maybe we'll try again some other
Yeah, there
day,
you
like
go.
when you're in a better
There
mood.
you
But
go.
like this date is done for. We are through.
Yeah, the idea of like going on a first date and then that person's just complaining. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, man,
It's like,
it's tough.
ugh.
Yeah,
Because
Okay.
I've met
Yeah.
people like that, like as friends or just like being around someone that does it, and that's annoying.
It's draining.
So I can't imagine like you're on a date where like you are kind of stuck in the situation for
Yeah.
2 hours, maybe 3, depending on like where you're at and stuff. And then to be the one that has to drive them somewhere, like if she was the one being driven around, she
That's
could be like,
true.
I'm gonna just order
Okay.
an Uber here.
That's
we're good.
true, too.
But
That's
no,
true.
she's kind of feels obligated to have
That's
to like bring
also
them
what I
wherever.
wonder.
Mhm.
Is she driving him around because he
That
doesn't have a
was-
car?
that's another thing.
Or
yeah.
is
Let's
she
not shit on
driving
people
him
who
around?
have cars.
No, but like, is she driving
Kidding.
him around because he doesn't have a car, or is she driving him around because she volunteered? Did he recommend, like, oh, let's just take your car? Like, why don't we just take your car? You know what I mean?
Boss
Like,
ass
there's
move.
a lot
Yeah.
of
He's
questions.
like, let's take your car.
Passenger
My car never
princess.
works when I need it to.
your car's so much nicer than
Like,
mine. One of my windows is messed up, and the heat doesn't always
I'm
work.
missing like a side window, and like the front window's really cracked, and like the heater doesn't work sometimes, and like sometimes I have to jump it in order to get it to start. Like the key doesn't really work when I turn the key position.
We're just clouding on this dude now.
I'm
I
keeping
was
the bike. I
like-
got here on a bike.
Actually,
I took the L train here.
rollerbladed.
Oh, my rear view has a chip in it. Your car
like
is
the
so
chip
much
on your
cooler.
shoulder.
I'm
Cooler
missing
than
my back
Oh.
window.
You have the iPhone 15 Pro. I only have the 8.
Bro, are you good?
I'm just like, I don't know. The way she describes it, he's just every little thing. Just
Yeah.
he
He
complains
just sounds
about.
miserable.
Bro
Bro's
was
a
looking
rocket
for a free
shit.
therapy session. That's what he was looking for.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
But it's like someone like that, it makes you wonder, like, do they ever get satisfaction from anything? Like, is anything you ever gonna do gonna be enough? Like, any birthday gift, any Christmas present, is it
Yikes.
gonna make them happy, or is it gonna make them like, thanks?
No, they get
This
by on
isn't what I
complaining.
wanted. Like, this is all right, but it's not what I wanted.
At
Like,
At least it's
shut
something
up.
I have now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
a
guess
rough
it's
existence,
cool.
dog. That's tough.
That's how they get by in life. It's just complaining, just being
miserable.
Look.
The next one I got,
Yeah.
it's a lot longer.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh.
Hurts a lot more.
Oh,
Jesus.
gosh.
Oh, geez.
Feel free to stop me if you need a.
A breather.
Yeah, no, or if you need like a something you want to say. No,
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I think I was 16. I was working at a restaurant as a cook. There was a hostess I really liked and had been working on getting to know her for a while.
Oh
now.
God, front of house and back of house love. Jesus Christ.
Like
Oh,
Romeo
yeah.
and Juliet for real.
Yes.
Anybody who's worked in a restaurant knows all about the hostess / server / cook relationship
Okay.
type of bull stuff that
My
happens.
fault. My fault.
Period.
Oh,
Paradox.
Not me, but I know some. Love you, girlie. Shout out to you.
She seemed to be interested and I was excited, so I asked her out. She said yes. We agreed to go to Woodstock as a double date with my friend. Let's call him Tyler and this girl he just met. Well, I decided I would drive because I thought my car was nice and it looked really good. We're having a
Okay.
blast, sharing some nice
W.
moments on a Ferris wheel, all the generic date stuff.
Romantic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was into her and it seemed like she was making eyes at me. So we head back to our town and we're hanging out in this parking lot in my car and we've got some weed and some snacks. I decide it's pretty late and I'm tired. If I'm going to be driving everybody back home, I need some coffee. So I walk across the street to a Dunkin' Donuts to get everybody coffee and hot chocolates.
Oh.
I walk back over
sweet.
and I get about 50 yards away
Oh,
from the
no.
car
Oh, hell
when I see
no.
Tyler's date speeding off in her car.
Oh.
She had met me at the parking lot earlier. Confused, I walk towards my car, and right as I'm about to open the door, a hand smacks the window, and through the tint, I can see my date's arm from about her elbow all the way to her fingers. I swear it could have been a scene in a movie, how cliche it felt. Well, she was wearing a long sleeve sweater when I left, so it didn't take me many guesses to figure out what was going on when I felt the car start to shake.
Oh,
I thought they were
hell no.
smacking.
So here I was.
Smacking.
They smack. Yeah, they
Yeah.
They're still smacking sounds.
smack.
So here I was sitting on the ground outside a closed down Dollar General with $25 worth of Dunkin' Donuts in my lap, while my best friend and my date both lose their virginities. Did I mention it was my car? A few minutes later, when they finish, Tyler gets out of the backseat to stretch and put his shirt back on. I hit him once. Get in my car and lock the doors. Without looking up, I said, "Do you want to ride home or do you want to get out?" She said she wanted to ride home still and apologized.
No.
It was like 1 a.m. at this point, and she
Jesus
lived in the
Christ.
town a couple miles away. As fucked up as she had been, I wasn't about to let her get murdered in the middle of the night or anything.
I respect it.
So I actually
Hold on
drove her
1
home.
second.
I'm almost done. You want me
Okay.
to just finish it? So I actually drove her home afterwards. Talk about humiliating. I made Tyler walk, though. Edit, apologies for general mistakes. I'll edit this when I'm sober.
Okay, so I know I literally just said that the story before the person should not have left them there. However, if this was me,
Yeah, no,
I
that-
would have grabbed
a
the
different situation,
Dunkin'. I
facts.
would have grabbed all the snacks. I
Yup.
would have grabbed the wheat, and I would have left all of them.
Yup.
I would have left all you motherfuckers. This is how you my best friend, and you
That's
over
your
here
car, though.
doing
Yes,
that.
they're in your car.
Kick him out. I'd be like, oh, actually, I left something in the store. Can you guys go grab it for me real quick, or like make some BS excuse about like getting them out the car, and I would dip. Hell no, absolutely not. That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
And it's like, I'm sorry, that's your friend's car. You don't even ask. You just start
Facts.
like
With your
christening
date
his
right
back
there,
seat.
like-
Yeah.
I think it's even crazier because like they both lost their virginity, and I'm assuming this kid also probably he was 16. He also probably was still a
Yeah.
virgin.
Yeah,
So it's like,
so,
damn,
like-
you lost your chance at happening to your best friend,
Yeah.
and like your date
Yeah.
also lost theirs to your best friend.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that definitely was awkward for her friend. Like,
Yeah.
no wonder her friend sped off. I
That
would've
wasn't her
sped off
friend.
No,
That was
a
his
girl
friend's
that-
date
yeah.
that he brought.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that he just
I
met.
would have sped off too. Like
Yeah.
I would have beat your ass and then I would have sped off. Like
True.
why you doing? I would have like
Low
hit you
key.
from the back, hit you in the back of the
That's what he
head.
was. He was in her-
Not like that. I would have hit you in the back of the head. Like I
That's
would
so
no.
crazy.
I would have done some. I'm crazy. I would have done.
no.
I would have poured the
Low-key,
coffee on
in my
them. Like
car-
poured the hot
low-key.
chocolate on them. Like how dare you?
Nah, facts.
Your
I would-
back seat's already ruined. So like might as well
True.
get some hot chocolate on it.
I didn't think about that part either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's but
They
like,
don't know
that's
what they're
your
doing back
best
there.
friend.
Low key.
No, there are
That's so
fluids everywhere
gnarly.
Oh,
because
geez.
they're inexperienced.
And that's your
That's
car.
so-
Like
that's so fucking crazy.
I'm sorry. You didn't even get to christen your own car.
Facts.
Your friend
Also-
christened your
Facts.
car.
Nah, I'm not.
You know
He
how
caught
mad
it
I
in
would've
the
been.
moment
True.
and then sat down. Not me. That door's opening.
Nah, low
I'm
key.
grabbing legs and yanking your
Low
ass
key.
out the
Yeah,
car.
that's what I'm saying.
You can
I would
finish
have grabbed
on the
my
floor.
itch and I would have left.
On
Like
God.
no.
Low key.
I'm
I think
speechless.
the friendship.
That's crazy.
The friendship would have been over, and
Oh,
I would
for
have called
sure.
her an Uber. Like,
Oh,
I'm
for
not
sure.
taking you home
Yeah.
after that. I'll wait
Not
for you.
me.
I will sit in my car with the doors locked, and I will see you stand outside my car. I will wait for you to get in your Uber and get out, but I'm not bringing you home. Absolutely not. After that,
you're better
and me
than
and my
me.
friend
Yeah, I do
would
give him
never be
credit,
friends.
But like
Yeah,
at the
low
same
key.
time, I don't think I would have done it.
Nah. I'd have been like,
No.
hey,
Like,
hey, get
my
with my
homeboy,
boy, he
my
can help
homeboy
you.
can take
I
you
would
home.
not have
Yeah.
brought her. Yeah, like he did that. Let him take you home. You want to
Low-key.
let him do what he just did with you? You can let
In
him
my
take you
car-
home.
Yeah.
You're his responsibility
I would
now.
I would heat it up.
Counterpoint
Okay.
To who?
to what you guys are saying.
Mhm.
Okay.
Taking her home,
Yeah.
I think makes her even more uncomfortable.
Oh, well, most
yeah, I
definitely.
mean,
It
sure,
does.
Oh, it
does, yeah.
does.
It does.
But I feel like-
in revenge, making her as uncomfortable as
Yeah.
possible.
True. It would have been better
Also,
if
I mean,
he
it's
kept
power
them
move.
both
Also,
in
it's
the car.
a lot
Power,
more.
yeah.
I'm a drama queen, and I feel like that move, letting them finish, and then getting in there, smacking homie,
That's
and then
true.
and then driving her home
Yeah.
is ultimate drama.
It is for sure.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I feel
But-
like you purposely would drive slower just so that way the ride would be
Mommy.
longer and
Drive
more
20 at
comfortable.
the cruise
Or
control.
like play it with
Low-key.
no music just so that way it's
Hell no.
complete
Yup.
silence.
Let me
the-
put the window down just a little
no.
bit.
Yeah, so let the stink out.
Just hear like the
No, I'm gonna let that tinnitus go crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but after
Yeah.
that we would not be friends.
Nah.
Especially if my friend knew that I was into the girl. Like
Low-key.
Well, they
I feel
also
like
had
that's
their
just
own
like
date.
And
Yeah.
they
That's
work.
crazy.
Like,
They work together too. Like when you see her next day at
Oh,
work, when
yeah.
you gonna
yeah,
like
that's so uncomfortable. I would get a new
in the
job
back,
at that
just in
point.
the back looking at her, just
Yeah,
I see. Yeah.
I know what
I
you was
remember
doing.
that.
Point. I forgot about that detail. Yeah, that's
Low-key.
true.
Yeah.
You gotta keep seeing her.
Honestly, though,
gotta see
I
her
honestly
friends.
thought that he was gonna walk up on them kissing. I was like, okay, they're
thought that
making
was-
out in
when
the
I-
backseat.
When I
Yeah.
first
Like,
read it, I was not expecting it to go
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's
Making
crazy.
out is like one thing, but like full on like doing the do
Yeah, that's
is
crazy.
like there's
feel
no
like-
going
like,
back
what
from
happened?
that.
What
Yeah, I'm
led
saying,
to
in
that?
that,
It's like-
like the 10 minute of going to get the
They were
coffee and coming back.
honestly,
What happened?
Like,
They
is that
probably
past-
were
his date still
alone
in the car,
in the
too?
car. They were
Like-
alone in the car, and they were probably horny, and they were just like, "Fuck it." And
But
that's
like
what
the,
happened.
date,
Hormones
the
are
other
going
homie's
nuts.
date was still in the car too.
No, but here's the thing.
because she split off as he was
Maybe
walking
he
up.
tried to get with both of them. He's like, "Oh, this is gonna be my opportunity. I have two girls."
Honestly,
on me.
As a
Well,
first time,
he's
teenager,
like,
probably.
oh,
Horny
We
teenager,
went to,
probably.
I can't
went
hate the
to
game.
Woodstock. They're like, we're gonna get high. Like he's like, anything
He was
could
like,
happen. I'm gonna
okay.
fuck these two
and
girls.
then she was like, no.
Yeah.
But the other one was like,
As she should. She should have ran off.
You know what it low-key was? It was probably that during the entire date, him and
Yeah.
OP Shorty probably had a lot more chemistry.
then,
Yeah,
and like
than
they were
the
probably
other
gelling like the
ones.
entire
yeah,
date.
probably.
So then whenever they got that moment,
Yeah.
he was
We
But
gotta-
then
we
it's
gotta
like
test
at
the
that
waters.
point,
Yeah.
if
They
that
got
is
too
your
far.
boy's date, then be like, hey, like
Yeah,
you know,
after-
I
wait.
don't know.
Yeah, no, that's
like
crazy.
if
Yeah.
you felt the vibes, but like I feel like I vibe with her a little more. Like I don't know how you
Hey,
feel.
you want to date
Like
swap?
there's right, but there's like better ways of going about it
Yeah,
than just like
absolutely.
fucking her in his back seat.
I'll say
yeah.
the only
So
small
crazy.
bit of grace that I'll give him is probably that they were like drunk and high. So perhaps
Yeah, but then
any
even
inhibition
then-
went out the window. No, it's still
No,
wrong.
yeah.
And he still should have
Yeah.
just not done that in general.
The only
Yeah.
thing
But,
that makes
yeah.
it like I guess not better, but the only thing that like makes it different is that like they weren't in relationships. I think
True.
like
Yeah.
if they were
Yeah.
in
First
date
relationships,
reach
then that
Well,
would be like
him
even
and his friend
worse.
True,
Well,
true.
yeah, but
Best
like
friend
Not anymore.
relationship.
like it's a first date. Like it's like all right, like I can just never speak to this girl again. But like
True.
if we're dating,
Also, like 16, like
Yeah.
emotions
So
can
young.
be high
Yeah.
at that time. Like taking that shit, I don't know. I'd be like, all right, I'm by myself now. I got no friends.
yeah,
My
but
best
like
friend just fucked my
where
date.
were they? They were
What?
in a gas station. Like they were parked at a gas station. Was it? Is
Uh,
that what
no,
I
I
Like
think
a
understand?
parking lot
across-
somewhere.
yeah.
But,
Across
like,
from
there was like a
Why
Dunkin' or a
do
Dollar
you want to
General.
fuck in a parking lot like
'Cause the
in a
movies do it.
car?
People be
The
doing
movies
that.
do it.
You got to
People
get
be
it where,
doing
it's,
that for
where
sure.
you get it. You know
That's
what I
also
mean?
true.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Especially at
but,
16, you
like,
can't do it.
Yeah.
at
But
the
like
house.
you have other
Yeah.
people in the car. Like I just feel like that'd be so
Well,
there wasn't.
awkward.
Listen, when
well,
you're
like you did. Like you never
That's
know when they're
true.
coming back. Like anybody could have easily walked up
Yeah, you
on
don't
them.
know how
Like
long
it's taking to
clearly,
get some
coffee,
you know
like-
what I mean?
when you're high,
Yeah.
You're
potentially
high,
drunk,
16.
you're
Yeah.
16, you're
Horny.
horny as hell.
See, but like
You'd be
I
like,
would be
I'm
way
trying-
too
Also,
scared.
as
As like a
get my all.
16-year-old,
Also,
I'd be
they're
scared
virgins. Like,
shitless.
they're
Yeah.
not-
They're like, I'm trying to lose it.
Okay, see, no,
Okay.
when I was that age, I'd be way
Who
too
is it?
scared. Like, absolutely, I'd be scared somebody would walk up on me, somebody would catch me. I mean, clearly somebody did, but like, I would be way
Yeah.
too afraid of that happening. Like, absolutely not.
I'd be only worried
I'll-
about my friend coming back. Other than that,
I'm not saying I
alone
would
in
do
a
it,
parking lot.
but in general, like having
If I
sex
worked,
in a
she's
parking
down.
lot,
Oh
at the age
my
I would've
god,
done
you
it.
guys are crazy.
Say again?
I said like I'm not saying I'm not applying myself in the story, but like if I was
Yeah.
16 and in a parking lot with a girl and the vibes were there, I'm doing it. I'm not gonna
I
be
get
like
that, but I feel
let's
like it's
just
way
wait,
too
like-
Yeah.
scary. Like, neither of them were like, I don't know.
Nah.
Maybe it's just because like I'm a very like anxious person, but like I'd be like way too scared. I'd be like, oh my god,
Understandable.
what if
No.
somebody sees? Like,
Yeah.
especially if the car's
Let
not
'em know.
tinted. Especially if the
Hey,
car's not
don't
like
pull up so
tinted,
close
it's
to my
a
car.
freaking fishbowl.
Well,
like,
that's, you also got to
no.
be smart on where you're parking. Like if that's,
That's also
what you're
true.
trying to do. Obviously, that wasn't
I
the
get
case
that,
here,
but
this
like,
was like
did
a
they
whole,
really think that they could like get it done and over with in like
In,
5
like,
minutes?
5 minutes?
No, that's
Probably.
the crazy thing. If it was
No,
They're,
I
they're,
mean, maybe,
they're
but, like-
16
Yeah.
virgins.
Yeah, but
They're
they
like,
don't
I'm
know
just
what
trying
they're
to get
doing,
it
so
all.
it's gonna take
That's
longer
why.
than 5 minutes.
Some dudes,
He's probably
you
still
do
trying
this,
to figure out
they're
where
done.
it goes.
It's, I know you're a woman, but like you guys can last forever.
Yeah. For us, it's
Not
a lot
us.
easier.
Especially in our early days,
We
when we're
start-
figuring it out.
we start solving Sudoku puzzles in our head just to distract ourselves.
True.
I mean, I guess. I'll give you guys that.
5 minutes, couple rounds at that age,
Oh my god.
including recharge time.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
No, low key. See, here's the thing: is in a parking lot, probably at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
No,
If
it was like
if it was
12 or
ju-
1.
Oh, 12 or 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said
Ooh,
they
that's-
left. They
okay,
left
that is-
at like
but
1 in the
I
morning.
feel
That's
like
dangerous.
that's
Okay.
still like people are still out at that time.
That's
you know
why. Yeah.
what I mean?
If it was like 3 or 4,
That's
then
true.
I'd be more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I
then
feel-
it'd be
But
like
who's really going to a Dollar General and a Dunkin' at 1 in the morning?
That's also true.
Well,
They are
it's-
usually
I
closed
mean, if
by
it's
then.
a 24-hour Dunkin', like,
yeah, but they're
it
not
depends.
packed. You just have like the random
Yeah.
car going through the
I
drive-through.
guess, but
Also,
still.
they're in, I think, like the Dollar General parking lot, not the Dunkin' one. So
So yeah, even better.
So,
no
yeah.
one's really there. The
Yeah.
only thing you might stumble upon, which could be crazy, is a cop. just like going
Also
through.
true.
Oh my
Also
god!
true.
Yeah, but
That's
that's what
wild.
I'm saying.
That's
That's what I'm
16.
saying.
With
Like
some
the
flashlight.
fear,
Which one?
like-
Oh,
Yeah, no. Oh
See,
my
but back then,
gosh.
I wouldn't. In heat, I'm not worried
Yeah,
about
that's
the
the
cop.
thing.
I'm not worried about the cop.
Yeah.
In heat.
Yeah, when you're horny, nothing matters.
No, fact.
You're willing to risk everything, anything, and everything. To get that going.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, I think. Here's the thing: is if it wasn't my homie's girl and he was on his way back with some Dunkin',
Yeah.
I'd consider it.
Yeah. I wouldn't
if
do it.
if
but
I was
consider
vibing
it.
with
Yeah.
Shorty in a car and we were just chilling and she's like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah,
What?
that's understandable.
yeah.
but like,
That's
it's
a
your
smooth
friend's,
makeout
it's your
sesh,
best
but
friend's
I-
date,
not like
and
a whole-
you
"No, but
slept
yeah,
with her.
no, it being
In
your
his
friend's-
car.
your best friend's date when you know he's coming back."
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
crazy.
That, in his car, that's
and like
crazy.
he's
That's what
just
I'm
getting
saying.
dunked, bro.
Disrespectful.
Like,
Yes.
That's so crazy.
It's like, come on, man. Like, you couldn't have at least went to the fucking bathroom. Like,
True. Oh.
Now I'm
that's
wondering.
even worse.
I mean, it's
Take her
not
to
in
the
his
Dunkin'
friend's
bathroom?
car.
You see them walk into Dunkin' together, walk into the Dunkin'
same
bathroom.
Like,
There's only
oh,
one bathroom.
We're just gonna go get something real quick. We're just gonna get some munchkins.
But
yeah?
I'll wait for you. Like, don't you don't gotta do that. I can't do that.
They're saying they're gonna go get some jelly-filled munchkins.
Oh hell no.
Oh my!
Hell no.
Yeah, no, he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll wait here for you guys." He's like, "No, actually, well, I don't want to leave your car alone, so you should go back over there and
And then,
you know."
like 10 minutes later, he comes out and they're like, "Guys, where's the munchkins?" Oh, we left them
ate 'em, dude.
inside.
We ate him.
Yeah, we ate him. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Oh hell no! Gross.
Her hair is just crazy.
They're wearing each other's clothes.
Yeah. I was like, fuck.
They
Uh,
didn't even pay attention after.
See, when I'm put in scenarios when I think about scenarios like these, I try to put myself in the person's shoes.
Which
and I
person?
wonder.
Yeah.
The OP's,
one writing it?
Yeah, OP's shoes. And I'm wondering if me and Alex,
Yeah.
were in this scenario.
Yeah. Ooh,
Well, we wouldn't go to Woodstock. We'd probably
True.
go to like, I don't
Most
know.
excellent.
wouldn't tap.
Wouldn't tap, bro.
Most excellent. We just get out of. We finally use that Dave and Buster's gift
There
card
you
that
go.
you got,
Yeah.
and we come back out, and
Whoa.
and then I'm like, "Hey, everybody,
Everybody.
yo, I'm feeling a little tired, but I want the party to keep going. How about we get some Dunkin'?" And everyone's like, "Say less." I'm like, "Yo, Alex, you want the usual?" Like, "Yeah, of
course.
Get the shorties orders." I order the Dunkin'. I'm sitting there. I'm like, "Man, I really like this girl. She's really pretty. I think
We've
we're
been
We're
vibing
hitting
gelling.
all
it, we're
night,
hitting it
yeah.
off.
Vibing, and my dog,
Well,
my
yeah.
dog over there getting it in with the other shorty.
Yeah.
He's really doing his
Yeah.
motherfucking thing. Hell yeah! And then I come back and you're
He is
and you're
indeed getting it.
and you're hitting her cheeks in the backseat of my car.
Yikes.
It's tough to put myself in the position when I'm not in it.
Low key.
This
I'd
may
probably
be
cry.
crazy. Oh, I would cry. No, I would absolutely do the thing where I dramatically sit on the curb and then just
I would just stand there like,
You put your hand to her hand.
no, that's just pathetic. That's hell no.
What we could have had.
While she's
this
receiving
could have been us.
while she's receiving strokes far more in rhythm than I could ever provide. Hell no, dog.
That just makes you a part of it.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
It's a threesome.
At that point,
I'm losing it too. I'm losing it too.
oh my god! At that point, I got to get the Sneeko chair going.
Open the door. Sit down.
No, keep going.
No, stop.
Oh my.
Oh like, yo, at the date. No, come back. You can sit with me.
Golly.
But the question is, would I end our friendship over that? Now, the answer should probably be yes, but I don't know if it is.
At 16, yeah.
I'd be
you're
you're
at 16,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
for
feel like
me
at
though,
16 it's
I've
pretty-
never been like the cutoff type. I've
At
always
16,
even at
you
16.
don't think you would?
Yeah. No, I'd probably want to kill. I'd probably kill myself, but like that's.
I love you. That's kind of pathetic.
It is.
Oh, damn.
it is kind of pathetic.
So
But that's
to be
just-
like, I'm gonna still be friend. I feel like if, for me, it depends.
Mhm.
If it's like a thing where like I don't, like it's totally unexpected for them to do this, and it was just like a random like
Yeah.
weird heat of the moment, and they don't exhibit behavior that like shows that it's gonna be a like a thing that happens often, I might be okay and forgive them, but I'm gonna definitely have to take a step back and then work our way back up.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, I
Yeah,
agree.
but
For
I feel
sure.
like
Or just
every
cut 'em
time
off
you
and
look
hang 'em
at your friend, you're gonna be like, "Damn, he fucked
I'm gonna
the
see
girl
his
I was
face when
into."
he was
Every time-
providing back shots.
That's just like looking at her.
face.
Yeah. Every
Yeah,
time he looks
yeah,
at the
you're supposed to
girl,
know
he's
that
gonna
about
be
your
like,
homie, bro.
"Oh, my friend was
Never
in
want any of
there."
my homies
Yeah.
to see.
And,
But also like
like,
anytime you get on a date or you like are talking to a girl, you just gotta be like,
But not to
Look
judge
here.
here, because like we are a judgment-free zone. But
No.
like, what if he didn't protect himself and like went in there raw dogging?
And really,
And, like,
honestly, probably
did.
Your
did.
best friend was
Did.
up in there raw dogging this girl that you like. Like I would never be able
All right.
to look at her or him.
So wait, hold on. Are you saying that if it was a condom, it's better?
No, it
I think
still
so.
sucks.
No, I was going to ask that question. I think if there's a
It's
condom,
still-
it's a smidgen less disrespectful.
It just, but like
a little
the
bit.
So if
smallest
your
not
boy-
enough to matter. Not enough to matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if
not
your
enough
boy-
to any
Yeah.
make a difference.
If
But
your
But
boy
like,
fucks your girlfriend, but
I
it's being
feel
a
like
condom,
it's-
it's a little less
It's a little better.
It's a
disrespectful.
little
It's a little
better.
better.
Yeah, it's a little less. Because I feel like when
I
you're
guess
raw.
you're- yeah.
Listen, all right.
No,
Mom,
I
stop
see-
watching.
I see it.
yeah,
I feel like
Sorry,
skipped it this
Mom.
time.
Yeah. I feel like when you're raw dogging someone,
Mhm.
I feel like there's just a level of disrespect.
Yeah.
It's more of a physical.
It's
you know,
subconscious disrespect that
Either
goes through you.
disrespect or intimacy that like
Yeah.
elevates
Yeah.
it to
but
like.
it's like
I can't.
it's a different level of intimacy though.
Yeah.
That's why it's like it's more
Yeah.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
That like. You know, you went because like I don't know. Personally, me, I couldn't look at my friend, and like every time I would look at him, I would think like he was up in there,
Yeah.
like he was
Low
doing his
key.
thing,
What
and
the
it's
hell?
like if he like I don't know, maybe like in my brain.
All right, well, hold on.
This
Every
is
time
the
I
guy
see-
from the story before. Oh man, I fucked my day.
You know what? I understand why you complain all the time. If that happened to me, that's what I would do.
That was a previous experience. I get
That
it.
was him as a 16-year-old.
Low-key.
She found him later on in
Dude,
life.
that's
kid.
crazy.
I have to fight him every time I see him in the hallway too. Like just because.
Yeah.
punch
Just like see
Yeah.
his face, I'm like, hell no.
You
Every
just like
time.
slam into a locker.
Low key.
All right, question is in in this scenario, how much does it look like she's enjoying it?
Ooh.
I mean, if they finished after
I mean,
everything,
well, not even that, but she's out here like. Let me read it again. What was it?
Oh yeah, she's out here like
She got
smacking
her-
like
yeah.
and shit like.
She's got
She's
her
enjoying
hands
it.
like on
Yeah.
the window.
I'm telling you, if
the
she's
car
smacking
is
the
shaking
window-
also.
car, yeah.
she's
My
enjoying
man
it.
putting work in there.
He's not being gentle about
Low
it.
key.
Damn.
Yeah, you can see her arm all the way to her fingers, essentially, like out.
Yeah, they were naked in there.
That's
They were-
true.
They weren't just like let's take the bottoms off. They
Nah,
were
they
naked
were-
in there,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
Shirts-
they
shirts
got
were
into
taken
it.
off.
In his homie's car.
That's so
That's what
crazy.
I'm saying.
Raw
That's
dogging
crazy.
your homie's date in
Like,
his
there's so
car.
much time to
how
think
much more?
about-
How much more disrespectful can you
That's
get
what
than
I'm
that?
saying. It's
Yeah.
like when you add all the levels to it,
While
it's like
you told
the
him to get
ultimate.
you some stuff.
True.
Because he didn't spend 25 on his own.
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah, he
On
got
everybody.
delegated for
Everybody's stuff.
everybody. Like they had a plan.
This man lost a date.
Low key.
He lost some money.
Yeah.
He lost his
A
friend. He lost the backseat of his car.
And like, what the hell did they think was gonna happen afterwards? They were just gonna pretend like nothing happened. They were all just
Like,
gonna
yeah.
fucking hang out and
Yeah.
get high and have an orgy. Like,
Oh,
what
no,
is
well,
this?
Even then, like especially after the other girl leaves, he's like, "Oh, what happened?" Like, even if they finish
Yeah,
before, like he's
beforehand,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, like where'd she go?" Like,
I'm like, oh, she wasn't having a good time. But also, the second you open that door, the funk is still in there.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's not.
You gonna smell
Yeah,
that.
you gotta,
air that
crack, you gotta
car
at least crack the
out.
opposite.
Just leave the doors open. Just
Just let it run with the AC
There
on,
you go, yeah.
on full blast.
You open
bro.
up every door, the trunk, the hood of the car.
I have to buy one
Everything's
of
out.
buy an
gas-
air
the gas
freshener
door.
from the gas station
Yeah.
or from the Dollar
Right,
General.
run back in there and get a little car freshener, bro.
Yeah, right.
So funny.
Get the cherry one.
Oh my god.
Put one in the
Hey,
front of
I
the
forgot.
car and one in the back of
too.
the
well, not
car.
anymore. Actually, right now.
Oh.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I'd kill myself.
Yeah, that would definitely cross my mind at that
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
It's like, do I bother continuing or do I
Just
just
exist.
is this where I end? Is this where it ends?
Is this
Okay,
it?
That's
See,
crazy.
Now I thought about it. What if?
Yeah.
Plot twist. What if he only convinced himself that it was a date? What if she was under the assumption that she was just hanging
just
out
like
with
a
some
group,
people?
like hang.
Yeah, but then it's like who set it up? Like what was the conversation beforehand? Because like there's like
I
it's
guess
not hard to
when you're-
distinguish
when
what's
you're
a date
16,
and what's not
It's
a
tough
date.
because
because
16,
he
it
says
could
I
be a little
asked
bit
her
different.
out, but I feel like that could be taken
That could be like,
differently.
oh, do you
Yeah.
want to go to Woodstock?
Be
with
like,
me?
oh,
Yeah.
Me and my
hey,
homie.
He also
yeah.
said like we agreed to go to Woodstock as a double date, but I don't know if like he's
He
saying it
specifically
as
said, like,
like,
double
oh,
date.
it's
That's what I
double
mean.
date with my
Yeah.
friend and his
Just
date.
the open double
Yeah.
date. Like I could, me and my homie could end up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or did,
like,
did
Yeah.
he even frame it to her as a double date, or was he
Yeah.
just like,
Or
oh,
like,
me and my
oh-
boy and another girl, we're going to Woodstock. You want to come?
Okay,
Like, that kind of thing.
probably.
Or like
There's nothing
you
that
can come with
specifically
your
says it.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. I don't know.
Even
It's-
then, though, he probably did set it up as a double date with his homie.
His
though.
boy definitely
his
did.
homie
Yeah.
is just the wrong.
His
Homie
homie's
went
in
in
the wrong
with
way.
an
though.
agenda.
Low-key.
he was like, I know what I'm coming out with this.
Low-key.
Like I
Nah,
know what's happening at the
He
end.
waited until he saw her and was like,
So if that's the case, then like the only thing she's feeling bad about is just fucking in his back seat.
She feels
'Cause she
bad
don't
because
know.
she got
Yeah.
caught. That's
Yeah.
why they
If-
feel
if
bad.
she doesn't know that
If
it's a
they
date.
didn't get
Yeah.
caught, I bet you they wouldn't feel bad at all.
No,
Yeah.
They'd probably be like, la da da da.
Ooh,
no,
damn.
post nut clarity. Oh I'm a bad friend.
Low-key, yeah.
Why'd I do this?
Man,
Oh,
just
man.
forgive me. I said I didn't mean it.
I'm sorry for raw dogging her in your car.
Horny.
You know how it be.
Come on.
I do know how
If it was the other way around, I'd let you do it.
Right, come on. We're homies.
Hell nah.
We're
Yeah,
dogs.
low-key, mm.
Bro, you should have opened the door. You probably could have joined in.
Oh,
What
hell
happened
no.
to sharing? Sharing is caring.
I thought you were a communist. Come on.
You're supposed to be my friend.
Fuck
Real dogs wouldn't behave like this, man. You're being childish. Grow up.
I'll let you beat me in Fortnite. Come on.
I thought you said you were pro-sex. What happened? I thought you were sex positive.
For me.
Yeah.
You're a lot sex negative when it's me, though. Interesting. Hey, listen, guy who this happened to,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother.
True.
I hope you're still here with us, and I hope everything has gotten
Hopefully
better.
you
Yeah.
find a new girl
True.
and a new friend because
True.
your friend kind of sucks.
Yeah. Fuck
he
you,
didn't-
best
he-
friend.
He didn't specify like
Ex-best
ex-best friend or anything like that. So he
Yeah,
typed it as
like-
like best friend or not
That's
even
what makes
best
me
friend at
worry.
the
It's
time.
like, I
It's
didn't
just-
get the vibe that like they stopped being friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably still
But
are.
I feel like
I
some
respect
people
it.
are just like, whatever.
Do they talk
I could
about
not.
it? Do they talk about it though? Like, does it come up?
Low key.
Probably
It's
not.
definitely
Hey,
one of
bro,
those things that doesn't
If
come
I
up.
get with this girl, are you gonna fuck her in my backseat?
Low key. That's another thing. Did the best friend and the girl then like? Did they keep talking, or were they just like we
there's
just, we just
that.
did it and we just
That's awkward.
yeah.
Just a
That
night of passion.
is-
You go to work
Like,
the next day, and she's like, "Oh my god!" You know that she's
Yikes.
texting your friend.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh hey.
Tyler's funny.
It's like
Yeah. Okay.
you know how I'm at.
Yeah.
Damn, that's just
Ooh.
like the.
But yeah, that's what I'm. I don't know if I would. It is pathetic, but I don't know if I
mean,
would. Only
I just
because
think
like I
you're,
said,
you know, for I don't know.
I'm a very
I
forgiving
don't
person.
think it's necessarily pathetic.
I think it's only because we brought that other thing
but-
up. I was like, I
low-key.
don't know, bro.
If we did it the second time though, that's I think.
Yeah,
that,
but then that's when
alright.
that's when I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, you could do better. You could do better.
Well, at
In
that
friendship
point,
terms
it's
and
just
You're
a
the friend and you're
slap in
telling him
the
that.
face.
Look,
cut
hey,
me
bro,
off,
stop
bro.
letting me
You
stop
can do
letting me do
better.
you like this.
You should cut me out your life.
I'm toxic.
Oh,
Sprinkle,
man.
sprinkle.
Yeah.
So, fellas, not to
Here we go.
not to make people paranoid, but
Yeah.
if you're on a double date
Yeah,
and your homie doesn't seem to be gelling with his shorty, but
he's gelling
he
with
is
yours.
gelling with yours, just be careful.
Just don't let him. Don't leave him alone.
take
in your
her
car.
take her to get Duncan with you, or take
True.
him to get Duncan with you.
Yeah.
Smart.
Probably what he should have done, but
Yeah.
hey, well, I'm getting
Like,
25.
hey, help me grab
yeah.
the stuff or
Like,
something.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm getting, if he's spending 25, he's probably
Yeah.
getting more than he can
Yeah.
handle.
Actually,
really.
facts.
Like,
As
oh,
like
hey,
a,
like, why don't you
yeah.
come in with me real quick?
Low
Oh, you
key.
also
Also, how
got
you
something.
know?
He's like, nah, I'm good, dog. You got
Yeah.
that?
No,
hey,
I-
hey, you got that made out.
no,
I don't know. She's like asking her to go with. you.
yeah.
Huh?
Asking her to go
Yeah.
with.
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
yeah.
to make it a
But she's
more
like,
like
nah.
one-on-one
Yeah,
thing.
be
Show
like,
the
yeah,
car.
you
He's
know?
like, I'm tired.
No, I think I'll stay in the car, but thanks.
It's cold.
I gotta get warm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me. Well, it couldn't. No, it couldn't be me. I'm not setting myself up for failure like that.
Hope not at this age. especially.
Well, yeah, no. This is not this. Also, the only person to do me like that would be him. So,
And I'll do it.
hey, you know what? If I come,
No, if oh, you know what? Maybe this is a perfect time to ask this question since we're kind of
yeah.
on the topic.
yeah.
Oh, is it finally coming to light?
I have another question. I have a question after.
So it's a question I've been pontificating
Yeah.
about. Let's say you're talking to someone and it's only been like maybe like a month or so, maybe 2 months. You've gone on like a date or two. You think this person's cool. You like them. They're attractive. They tick a bunch of the boxes that you like. And they're also really good friends with your homie.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
one night you get a
Yeah.
call.
Mm,
Remember, it's only a couple months in. You
Yeah.
get a call from your homie.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, yo, just so you know, they just tried to make a move on me, bro. They trying to like they're, I don't know if them being in proximity to each other, I don't know if it necessarily matters, but they're like, but hey, they're making a move on me, bro.
Mhm.
You got to handle that. And then you're like, say less. Thanks for letting me know, big dog.
Mhm.
And then
Big
you,
dog.
and then you're like, yo, you stepping on my boy
Mhm.
or my girl?
Yeah. You know.
We're this ain't happening. We're done,
Happening.
right? You break it off with them.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're no longer a thing, right?
Yeah.
And then they still come on to your friend and your friend goes
Then
for it.
your friend's a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a bad friend.
So-
Your
gonna
friend
ask.
is fucked up, and you shouldn't be with your
Especially
friend.
for them
I-
to warn you
I-
about it and then
Yeah.
like do it. like, I don't fault the girl because she was already making the moves and you already broke it off.
Mm-hmm.
But your friend should know better to do that, like, than to do that to you.
Now, mind
especially.
you, it's only been like a month or two.
It doesn't matter.
But
Okay.
He still knows that
regardless,
you were into her. And
you
the
were
only
so-
reason you called it off, or they
Yeah.
called it off, is because you, as the friend, said, "Hey,
Exactly.
they're doing this thing,"
Okay.
and then you
That-
still were like, "I'm ready to."
That almost
Okay.
makes it feel like it's malicious
Yeah.
at that point, because it's like you told me ahead of time, like, oh, like this is what this person's doing, and now that we stopped talking because they were doing things that clearly were not respectful to me, now you want to date them. It's like, what the fuck?
Also,
like,
if
No,
you
no, not
tell,
date. Not date.
now you want,
Well.
but date, talk, like either
They
way,
just
like
smash.
even conversating with them, I
Okay.
feel like it would be a level of disrespect, because
Yeah.
it's like I cut it
Interesting,
off
okay.
because of the information that you gave me. I cut it off because you told
I don't
me
know if
that like they were like they made a move on you and like they did something that was disrespectful to me. So like
Mhm.
I'd be pissed. I would fight my friend. I'd be like, you know what? You can have them, and I hope you both cheat on each other.
Okay.
Period.
I don't think I would like cut the friend off necessarily. I'd probably be like, I call them out on their bullshit, because when you as a friend tell someone that, you're probably wanting them to break up with the person or
Yeah,
not,
but
or
then-
cut it off because like they're clearly not showing good signs.
Mhm.
But then to then go after.
But then can you trust your friend after that?
That's
I
what I'm
can't
saying,
trust you
depends.
after that, because it's like, did you tell me the truth? Did you lie to me? Like, what is it? Did that altercation actually happen? Did it not happen? Did you just say that so that way you could get in there with them? Like, I would have so many more questions at that point, and then it would make me question my friendship with that person, because it's like,
Okay.
you did this to me over a person, so it's like, what else have you been lying about? If it's something as small as like trying to take somebody that I'm interested in,
It looks like Alex is ready to burst and
Well,
say
no,
something.
I'm waiting. You guys do your
Okay.
thing, for sure.
no, you can go ahead.
No,
I'll keep yapping, so cut me off.
if you had asked the old Alex, I probably would have been like bump both of them. But now I would probably be more upset with her than with my friend, if I'm being completely honest.
But you still be upset.
I would feel like slightly slighted, but like so like for him.
But Alex, who owes you loyalty?
But that's the thing, is him warning me that she is like
Trifling?
not being, she's trifling. I'd be like, hey, thanks, dog. Thanks, big dog. What happens after that is ultimately up to like me and her, and then her and him. So
I
like,
think I'm on the same page.
so I
don't-
think
see,
like
I don't know
because
if I
me,
believe you.
I think-
because me necessarily, because when I talk to her after that, that doesn't necessarily mean we're done for sure. I could be like, we can have a conversation, and she's like, hey, you know what, I did, and the conversation ends amicably.
Right.
Then that's, like that's between me and her. But
So
then afterwards,
you're saying,
yeah.
So from what I understand, what
Yeah.
you're saying is you're talking
Yeah.
to Lady J, right?
Yeah.
Lady J, you and her, you are talking.
Mhm.
You're out. You're at home. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's out at the club. She sees Sean. She goes up to Sean, starts talking to him, starts touching on him, starts trying to flirt with him, trying
Mm-hmm.
to, but like Sean, like
Sean's
he
like, oh,
shuts
yes,
it
let's
down.
go.
Right, he shuts it down respectfully, and he lets you know.
Yeah.
But then you call her, you break things off with her, whatever, and then next thing you know,
Oh, now
her
you're
and
single.
Sean have smashed. Like I don't
Yeah.
know
But it
personally.
feels like
Me,
an
I
attempt to
couldn't
get
look at
them
my
single.
friend.
Not for
I think
me
your friends
necessarily.
It would, but I feel like looking at it, it's like it would make you question everything. And like, while you may not look at it like that now, I think in that position, you would look at it from a different perspective, because it's like, this is a person that you were talking to. This is a person you wanted to date. This is a person that you potentially wanted to be with. So it's like, you look at it that way and it's like, okay, like I wanted to date this person. I would have dated this person. God forbid this wouldn't have happened. I would have been with this person, but now they fucked my friend. So I feel like there's still that kind of like awkwardness there. Like, I don't know if I could look at my friend and still be friends with them after. I'd feel some type of way towards you. Like that's just me though. Like if you're not, then by all means, like shout out to you, Alex. But like me, I'd look at you and every time I'd be disgusted, because I'd be like, I'd be like, you fuck that bitch, you nasty hoe. Like, I would be like, literally, that would be me. I'd be like, you fucking slut. Like,
Negative.
right. Right. Like I don't know.
See, because if me and her, if the conversation happens and I'm like, yeah, no, we're done, then at that point, obviously there's gonna still be like some fresh feelings, but we're done. Like I don't
Right.
control what she does. I can't control what he does. Is
See, but
it's
I
whatever.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But to me, if my friend, after all that, still did it, I feel like that's a reflection of like how my friend operates in regards
Yeah.
to me.
And their
I
respect
agree.
for you.
I agree. I think like a heads up, like, hey, bro, is it cool if like if I then
Yeah.
act upon the then
Yeah.
but it's not necessarily necessary. Like if I find out afterwards and be like, damn, that's crazy, and I wish you would have told me, but like I'm not gonna end like a friendship or anything over. I'm just be
Yeah.
like,
let's say this happens.
Yeah.
I smash Shorty,
Yeah.
and then
especially
like,
if it's only a couple months.
and then
like
the next time we're
Yeah.
chilling, I'm like, oh, by the way, just so you know,
Mhm.
I did end up,
Mhm.
you know, doing stuff with her.
See, I'm
How would
not
you feel?
saying I'm not. For me, it's not the point. Like I don't really care what me and the girl had. That's why I said I don't care about what she did.
Mhm.
But it's the fact that my friend knowingly, like I was going after this girl.
Mhm.
It was good.
Mhm.
Whatever she was doing, what she's doing. He let me know. Cool.
Mhm.
But then to then go and continue like
Mhm.
seeking it, I feel like it's
So
like
then
she said,
if-
kind of malicious.
So then, if you're into somebody, are they forever off limits from your friends in your perspective?
I feel like
I'm
it
gonna say
depends
yes
on the
only
friendship.
because like as a kid,
Mhm.
for some reason, I date a girl. My best friend has to date them when I break up
for
with
you.
them.
That's
It's a weird ass fucking thing that I don't know why it happens to me because it's happened in different schools. She was technically one of them, but whatever. But
I
like,
was young and dumb.
it was,
Okay?
like I said, it was 5th grade. I've had experience dealing with it, and my friends would ask me, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, do your thing." Like, I'm not with her. But I feel like me now, like after seeing it happen, like I'm like, bro, can these just find their own fucking girl? Like, why they gotta wait
Yeah.
till I'm done with this person to then now like, oh, I'm gonna go after them because they can't
And
find
it's
anyone
also
else.
like, how deep did your relationship get with this?
That's also
person?
That's what I mean. That's why I'm
That's
saying it's only been
Within
like
the
a month or
of
so.
you
Like a
guys
month,
t-
like-
but like even then, have
That's
you
why I
guys
said I don't care about the
smashed?
her.
Like, have
I
you
just care
guys
about the
gotten
friends.
close? Like, what is the capacity of your
The
relationship?
implication is that it's not.
It's still like relative.
It's still relatively new.
So you guys haven't smashed yet.
Probably not.
I think regardless, I still would be upset about it. Like
Yeah.
I would find it
For me, it just
disrespectful. But I
feels weird
think like it
because-
adds different layers to it depending on like the situation.
Well, because now to me, it's like my boy is capable of having
Yeah.
like wanting to go after a girl that I'm with.
But the
But, like,
thing is, if you're with a partner who is like conventionally attractive to like the world at large,
It's okay to be attracted, I guess, to some degree. It's kind of weird to admit it, I guess, but
It's how you
to
act on it,
on
yeah.
it, that's different.
even if you're not with the person.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
that's my thing. Is
For me, at
like
least.
Okay. See, because
But
while
I
you're
feel
thinking,
like we're also giving it from a relationship
That's also true.
perspective.
That's
I
why I'm
think the
trying-
two of us,
yeah,
and I think
that's
that you
fair.
guys are seeing it from
Where I'm
like
like-
a single
I'm like,
perspective.
I only known
which
this
is
girl for like a week, a
good.
month.
Yeah, like
But
I
that's what
think
I'm saying.
it's
I don't really
good
care
that
about
we
the
can
girl.
give
It's my
both
friend just
perspectives.
doing the thing
see, because
regardless.
Yeah.
I actually have a very similar experience to you, except I was never actually with the girls. I
like the girl
I
and
would
your
like
friend
the
got
girls,
with
and then
Yeah.
they would always get with my friends.
But see,
So-
then it's like a thing of like respect. It's like that's your friend.
Did you
like,
tell
it's
your friends that you liked
disrespectful.
Most of the time, they knew. Yeah.
So that's, in my opinion, that's kind of disrespectful. Because
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
if I was single, if we were back in like end of high school, back when I was early college, whatever, early college, like if we were hanging out and there was girls there, and you tell me first, like that's a girl I like, and even before you said that, if I had a thing for her or if I was attracted to her, I'd be like, all right, at this point, she's kind of off limits to me because I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go after a girl that my boy's into, and even if things didn't work out. To me, I would feel slimy as a person to like
Mhm.
text them or like talk to them on the side once
It
things are
feels
done
dirty.
because it's weird. That's why I've never done it to a person. It's been done to me.
Okay.
But, I feel like it's a weird thing to do as a friend to go after a girl that your friend at any capacity,
Mhm.
had a thing with them. In my opinion.
for me, oh sorry.
No, you go ahead.
For me, I'm viewing it as like the viewpoint of like because you're saying going after them, but like if she was already making moves, there's not really much pursuing on his part.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
he
it's
could
just-
say
he's just
no.
like, hey,
But
hey,
he
pull up.
hit his friend up
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, this is happening."
Yeah.
So his friend's like probably gonna cut it off.
Yeah.
So what? Did you do it right after you told me that,
Like
or
I
did
do
you guys
think-
separate and then another day you came together and did it?
Would that make it better?
yeah,
No,
No.
either way. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're
So
still
that's
going out of
I
your
think
way.
that's a kind of uncharitable point of view to come at it from. See, my problem is that once I started critical thinking, I could never stop. And the way that I view it is that like a lot of kind of those feelings of like it's wrong for them to do that comes heavily from like social conditioning. So whenever I think about like the logistics of the situation and I think about it, I'm like, okay, I haven't known this person that long. Again, the implication is that we don't have like a huge connection yet. And then I find out that she was willing to cheat or, cheat, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So then I break it off and I'm like, well, this person's still attractive. Of course, somebody's going to want them. And if she was already
But why
coming
does
after my
that somebody
boy,
have to be your friend?
it doesn't have to be. It just happens to be.
That's what I'm saying. I feel
Yeah.
like my friend, as
Your
a friend,
could say no.
should not want to
There
do
are
it.
how
No,
many
yeah,
other
for
people
sure.
out in this world that
That's
person
why
is not necessarily
You're bringing up the
your
social
one.
conditioning, but for me, it's just how I would feel. I don't care about what others are going to perceive it as.
No,
It's just how I feel.
Yeah, social
Yeah.
conditioning is how it affects you, not necessarily like how other people would feel about you. But like the conditioning is that like it's socially known that it would be like your friend is conspiring against you. So
Yeah,
therefore,
but I
that's
don't
what
think
you
it's
feel
fair
about
to
it.
put it that way because I don't think it's they're conspiring, but it's just like as a respect
No,
thing,
sorry,
you
that's more
shouldn't
so
be like
kind of like the general consensus. So
Yeah.
that's how you in turn recognize it and then feel that way.
I don't know because then you're making it seem like my thoughts are my thoughts
No, well,
or my feelings.
I
in a
mean,
way.
if you get down to the brass tacks, no one's feelings are solely their own. It's
Well,
all
yeah.
it's all social.
but I'm saying what
conditioning.
I'm feeling. I don't know.
I'm not saying that what you're feeling is like invalid or anything like that. It's 100% valid and probably like widely accepted as like the actual like normal like take on it. And
Yeah.
ours is probably the head ass take on the on the
But
subject.
it's also dependent on like experiences because like
Also
I know
true.
I've been through experiences where I've like dealt with similar situations.
trauma can definitely play a
Yeah,
part.
That's-
so like
yeah.
I think that like for me,
Hence why I said I had happened.
Yeah.
yeah.
Looky,
So
looky.
like for me personally, like I would not be able to like look at my friend. I wouldn't be able to trust my friend. It
Well-
would be more than just like my friend slept with this person that I'm talking to. It would be like I start to question our entire relationship.
Okay.
And it's like I don't want to be with someone or be around somebody or be friends with somebody where I have to question the validity of our relationship every time we're together. That's exhausting.
Is it my
and I
best
don't want to
friend?
do that.
Or just like my friend that's like, it's my friend, but like I'm not really hitting you up every other day or every day kind of thing.
If it's
'Cause I
just
feel
a
like that
friend,
also
that's
plays a
easier to
role.
distance yourself, I feel.
Yeah.
That might play a role, yeah.
Because like if it's my best friend, I feel like even like with that's even worse because it's like you're my dog. You know how
Yeah.
I would see things or how I'd feel about things. So it's like now it's like it's kind of messed up that you would even do it.
Yeah.
But if it's
I
like
think
some
that's-
dude that like I know from a friend and he did it, I'd be
Like,
like
a friend of a
I
friend.
don't really
it
care
depends
about
on the
that dude,
capacity of the
whatever.
relationship.
Yeah.
Like I
I was
feel
gonna
like
say, yeah.
if it were to be like one of you guys, like I'd kill you, or I'd kill them, like
Yeah.
however the situation was. But if it were to be like somebody that like I knew in elementary school and I was friends with in elementary school and like we haven't seen each other and here we are all these years later, like it wouldn't hurt as bad. It'd be like, like that sucks.
Well, no,
but
for
like,
me, I'm saying if it's someone that I do see semi regularly,
Yeah.
but I don't see them as a best friend kind of thing.
I couldn't do it, even if we were in that
I would
type
be
of
like,
friendship.
I would let it go because like I don't see them often. I don't really care what they do, and I might cut it off, but it's already like we're not like best buds, So
Yeah.
I think I'd be okay doing it.
Okay.
I think that is a big factor because, like, for me personally, like once I, like, me and that person are no longer tied together, then it's like I no longer have any claim over like anything that pertains to her.
Yeah, that's
so
how I feel
like
too.
I don't like once again fresh feelings is gonna hurt a little bit, but I don't.
Yeah.
End of the day, it doesn't matter.
I think
Yeah.
ultimately, like if my boy, like if it was my best, I don't. I don't
think-
know
Well,
that
you
I
just
would
said you're not going to
necessarily-
cut them off.
Well,
so,
yeah. Well, for that thing, which is arguably worse, I don't think I would care either way if it was a good friend or if it was just like a friend.
That's-
I don't think I
yeah.
necessarily care either way. It would. I would feel something in the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
But then once I start to think about
You'd
it,
be like-
I'd be like, well, I don't want this person anymore
Yeah.
anyway.
Mhm.
I would perceive my friend differently. I don't care about the girl.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm even
Personally-
saying like I wouldn't even necessarily look at my friend differently
Yeah.
because like I could understand where you're coming from with the whole like it feels like they did it intentionally.
But I mean, it's
I
even
think-
because even if it wasn't intentional, they were drunk. It would still feel weird to me.
Yeah, but I
that's
feel
fair.
like you just can't trust your friend after that. Like I think that's what it
I don't
really
know about
boils
fully
down
trust,
to.
but like,
But
I
like
don't
you
know.
lose some trust in them in a way because it's like I trusted you to like I look at it as like the whole picture and then like some of the future as well. Like I trusted you, like you told me this, you gave me this piece of information. This changed the course of my relationship because without this, it would have been entirely different. So I look at it like that way too. Like, oh, what would have happened?
Well, think
if-
about it like
But
this.
did it
Other
out of
way,
good faith
too.
though.
Also,
True,
yeah.
but,
Also,
like,
think about it like this:
it
if she
makes
was
me
willing to do that with
question.
him,
Right.
and he let you know,
Right.
she's probably likely to do it with a stranger who won't let you know.
well, no,
Right,
I'm not saying
exactly.
what like the friend doing that thing is fine and it's good to call
Yeah.
it out. And I'm not saying that's why I say I don't care about the girl
Yeah,
in-
yeah.
or the person that's
But I think
I'm
it's like
with.
it's key information to the story because it's like without that, that changes the direction of everything happening. The friend could have easily not have said anything. That would change the direction of the story. The friend could have said something and the person would have been like, whatever, it's fine. And that would have changed the direction of the story.
Yeah.
So I
For
feel
me-
like it kind of, there's so many what ifs.
I feel like putting a bond, when you add someone in there that you have a bond with, that knows you, you know them,
I think
that's where it gets messy. Like if it was a stranger, I wouldn't hurt as much because it's someone I don't know. And which is why, like I'm saying, I know we're only talking. We're not even like,
Yeah.
boyfriend, girlfriend or whatever. That's why I don't care about her and whatever she does. It's just my friend. I feel like out of respect for me, like it's not even a trust. It's just have some respect,
And that too, like I feel like people are very cautious about who they bring in their circle. So it's like if I bring you in my circle and like you do that to me, like it makes me scared to have you in my circle in a way.
I'll add another counter thing, or not counterpart, but another thing to the story. If it happened months or even years down the line, I wouldn't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if it's like, hey,
that's
what I was asking.
hey, this girl's
Yeah.
doing this to you, like, or she's trying to hit on me, whatever, and like you cut it off, and
Like
like
a week
within
later.
that week or two, they smash. I'm like, all right, that's kind of weird. Like,
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like if you like somebody, are they like off limits forever? But
Not
if
forever,
you
but
think
I
if-
feel
not
like
forever.
there is
Sorry,
like a time frame.
there's a time frame. Also
Okay.
depends on how
Grace
long we're
period.
together. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not trying to say anything, but like if her and I like broke up or whatever, and
he's like,
y'all-
not this one.
yeah,
That's understandable. That's
Better not.
understandable.
I will
Yeah,
fight
that's
you.
understandable.
Yeah, that's your fiance. That
Yeah,
makes a lot more sense.
Even last year, if it was
Yeah.
like fucking February and I didn't propose to her in April
Yeah.
and y'all got with her after, I'm fighting you.
Yeah.
You should
Understandable.
fight
Because
me
like
too,
the fact,
fuck.
the fact that the
I
intent
can't
was
hit
there
women.
and
Sorry.
You're right.
But yeah, like I feel like it depends on how long they were together. Like if like you said, it's someone I'm only talking to, I don't care that much. It's just give me a time, give it some time, and if something happens down the line,
Yeah.
whatever. But like, don't do it like 2 weeks after you told me this.
Yeah. I do think that's important. Is that like it depends on like
Because
the dynamic.
the way you described it, I feel like it's fresh. Like my
It is.
friend,
Well,
my
that's
friend
the
hit
intent.
me up.
in this,
Yeah,
in this
the
case, yes.
idea-
It seems
the
like
idea
it
in
all
my head-
happened within like a week or two time.
I was
span is
thinking
how it
like
feels.
that day.
Oh damn!
That's that's even
That
worse.
day?
That day's a little wild.
Then I stand on everything that I
That day's a little
said.
wild.
I stand
Yeah.
10 toes down
That-
on
that day
everything
is
that
a
I
little wild.
said.
Hey,
Okay.
the girl you're
If it's
talking
like-
to is hitting on me. and
That
I'ma take
is
up on it.
disrespectful.
Like,
yeah.
You
Well-
need to cut that person out your life
Okay.
yesterday. Like
If
that.
it was like
That makes you question the validity of your relationship.
in that case, then I'm a little bit like, I don't know, bro.
See, that's
but,
the thing. That's
but
the
if
thing.
it's like,
It's like-
the next day after I'm like, hey, bro, we
No!
good, like we're cut off, you're good.
Alex,
then it's like all right.
Okay.
Don't
Interesting.
listen
Okay.
As
to
long,
him.
no, as long as like
No.
as long as it is like there are the clear cut like lines of like yeah, me and her are no longer we're good, we're done.
'Cause,
Then
like-
do what you got to do, bro.
at that,
No.
you didn't cut her off yet. You're still talking to
I
this
understand.
girl,
The day
even
of
though
is
your
crazy.
boy said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, the idea is that like you know that they are no longer together somehow, whether she tells you or
How?
he tells you.
Yeah,
It's
but
happening
a
the
lot
same
can
night.
happen within
Yeah,
24
that's what I mean. It's like-
hours.
It's like-
I'd hopefully want him to wait until I tell him, not her, because then
Okay,
it's like
that's-
she could just
yeah.
be saying that.
I think that's
If she's
fair.
willing to break,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Then yeah.
Yeah, but like they could
There's
break
also
up
two
one
sides
night
to
and
a
then get
story.
back together
True.
the next morning.
I'd like
Also-
to hear her
Huh?
side as
They
well.
could break up and then get back together
Okay,
the next
what do you mean?
morning.
Like-
So it's like you
you as
already
the person.
fucked his
Oh, sorry,
friend
hold on.
No, you're good.
in that like little 24-hour
You were broken
time
up.
frame. That's
We
the
were broken up.
worst
Sorry.
excuse.
That's how I ultimately feel. Is that I'm like I'm not with you anymore. To me, even to my boys, but then again, everybody kind of has their own kind of perspective
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, see, because with your whole like the thing where you said like your shorties would get with your friends and stuff like that, I've just adopted that as part of the process for me.
Oh my god.
So I've just
no.
accepted it. So I'm just like, hey, I get it. She's bad. You know what I mean?
No.
What you got to do.
Yeah.
I don't want her anymore. You know what I mean? Kinda.
Yeah,
my
I do think that like the dynamic between you and your homie is important because if you know your homie is gonna be like not cool with it, then obviously not
Yeah.
cool. But if you're like
if you're
like
just
your
two
homie,
bros and like this happens, it's not the first time, or like they wouldn't give
yeah,
a
that
shit.
you don't. Then it's
Okay.
like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
I think like
It definitely
knowing-
depends on knowing like
Yeah.
who the friend is.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. If my friend knows me
Yeah.
and is doing that, then it's like, damn, the same. Like you didn't even. You
didn't
didn't
even
even
let
let
it
it breathe. You
breathe.
didn't even give me a day. Like
Look-key.
they're still out there with you.
Look-key.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't call them up yet.
Low-key.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know. And back when we were saying, for me, it's like obviously he tells me this. If they're actively at the club or whatever they're doing, I'm not gonna call her up. I'm not
going
gonna have
home
this
together.
conversation like hey,
Really?
talk to me in the club right now. No, because like it's kind of I might text them.
Yeah, I'll
Interesting.
text you.
And so, like, this would be a conversation that either happens that same night if they came back to my place,
Okay.
or the next day, or whenever we're gonna do this, because like I'm not gonna do it while you're already out.
Yeah,
Okay.
but by then it
Okay.
already
So we
seems
were
like it would
operating
be
on
too
slightly
late.
different. We were operating on slightly different understandings of the situation. The way that I looked at it was like, your boy hits you up, yo, Shorty's trifling, she's trying to hit on me, and you're like, say less, and then you immediately then call her, break things off. But from your perspective, you're saying like you want it to be like an in-person conversation.
Yeah, because like
So
I said,
that conversation's happened.
I want to have the conversation where it's like, all right, this is what my boy told me, and I'm gonna obviously take my boy's word pretty high up already, but I still want to hear what happened from their perspective, because you never know, maybe this boy is
Also
kind of
true.
shiesty.
That's true.
He's
That's
gonna,
true.
Yeah.
he
If
was
she
doing
hits
some.
you,
Yeah.
and she's like, no, he initiated it. I
Yeah, that's
reciprocated.
different.
Guys,
Then
I
you're
called
both in the
it.
wrong.
Then
Yeah,
both y'all
that's
coming to
different.
my
I
house
called
having a
it.
conversation
Yeah.
here.
No,
key.
yeah. If your boy is the one who initiates the flirtation, that's not your
then-
boy.
Yeah, then that's not my boy. for
There's
sure.
there's
For
too
sure,
many
for sure.
factors to make it like
Yeah,
a clear
but
cut.
I'm saying in this scenario,
strictly-
in this hypothetical,
You called me, I called her,
yes,
cut it off.
Your boy
That same
had
night,
no,
y'all
your
still
boy
did
had
it.
no intentions of doing anything with her.
Yeah.
They were like they're good friends, so they're just chilling. He's not looking at her that way at all, but he is attracted to her just on like a general kind of thing. And then she initiates with him, and she's trying to get with him, and she's like, you don't gotta know. He's like,
Damn.
back off. Hey,
Hey.
she's trifling. Do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say they do have the conversation. He gets both sides of the story, and then he decides to break things off with her. And
That's,
then
that same night, that same place that they're at.
let's say it takes place over like 2 days.
Okay.
Just because
No.
logistically that would make a little bit more sense. So it happens over 2
Yeah,
days. The initial thing happens in the morning, and then the breakup happens at night. But yeah, so it happens over 2 days. They break things off, and then she's like, "Well, I'm not with him anymore.
How you feeling now?
How you feeling
So,
now?"
did the reason your homie push her off the first time was just because you guys were talking, or did he push her off because like, not push her like
Yeah.
push, but like,
Off of me. Like,
was he? Did he do it because like he did
Was
it
he
because of
protecting
you,
his friend,
or did he do it
or
because
was
of
he, like-
himself? Because how are you fine to push her off the first time when you know your homie's talking, and then not even 24 to 48 hours later, oh, they're no longer
Here,
talking?
let me put it this way:
See,
would
in my
you
head,
would
that's-
you do it to your friend?
yeah,
Would I do it? No.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
So why would you want it or be okay with
No.
it happening to you?
yeah.
that's the story of my life.
But that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't do it to a friend because I don't know how they operate. I don't know how other friends feel about that type of stuff. Because I understand.
Alex, if you
fucked
know
up.
Alex, you know how he's gonna perceive the situation.
No, I don't. Because Alex is a wild card.
I guess
Alex is very much
here, you
a
just
like
heard
say-
what he said, bro.
I did.
So use
I did.
that.
I did.
So
But
use that.
but when in
Yeah.
the moment,
True. No,
Things-
that's
but
my
that's
thing.
what I'm
That's
saying.
another
That could
thing
be
I was gonna
anyone.
say.
no, that's true.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah.
why I wouldn't do it. But
Mhm.
I know how I feel, and one thing about me,
Mhm.
if I say something, most of the time I force myself to stand on it.
Mhm.
So
Which is
I
not
wouldn't
good.
really, which is not good, yes.
Mm.
But I would not care if someone did it to me necessarily. but
feel like
I don't
you
know how
say
they
that,
feel.
but
I
like
feel like
when
you
you're
would,
in
though.
that
It would've
situation,
found- it would've affect
in your
me.
alone time, I feel like you would think about it.
Yes, I
You're
would.
gonna be in the shower.
that's gonna be one of those things that like
Yeah.
although
Low-key.
it's a
Low-key.
small like event in your life, I feel like unconsciously it's gonna cause you a lot of trauma.
It may,
Mhm.
It will.
but I'm willing to accept that.
No,
That's another thing,
but
though.
that's the problem is that we're willing to accept the trauma and then we're all fucked up.
This is why people stay in bad relationships for too long.
Right. Like you sound like a battered woman right now.
I'm a battered soul.
No.
That's just
No.
who he is.
Yeah.
No.
That's Sean.
Who else but
Well,
Sean?
Sean, we got to get it together, honey.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's all right though. We all got to get it together. You're not the only one.
True. But that's another thing that I was gonna say initially, but then we kind of moved past it and I forgot. Is that I do say all this now. I am fully consciously aware that in the moment when I learn about it, I'm probably going to get mad.
Yeah.
But give me like a day, max 2 days, and I'm like, well,
Logistically.
she's not my girl.
I don't give a fuck about logistics, bro. I care about my feelings.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
That's
is
what I'm
that,
thinking
like,
about.
feel-
How
Yeah,
I
but like,
feel.
how invested were you in her? Like, if you guys are
That's
talking,
what I'm saying.
He
Because,
said
like,
it's
the
not very
capacity
invested.
of
That's
your-
why I'm not considering like the relationship with her.
I
It's not that
get.
strong.
I feel like it would be. I'd be more so on your friend though. Like I get where you're coming
That's-
from.
yeah.
It would be more so like the loyalty with your friend is where like forget the girl. The girl's not like she's a factor, but she's not the most important factor. The most important factor
True.
is like our relationship because it's like if you're my friend, you know a lot about me. You know like things that I haven't told other people. So like I expect there to be some respect on that level because like I wouldn't do that to my friend regardless. I
Would you?
wouldn't do that to my friend.
What?
Do that to your friend. Sean said he wouldn't, but he would let his friend do it to him. So what's your take?
I've straight up encouraged.
Yeah, true.
In
Within
certain
like
scenarios.
Encouraged what?
We'll talk about it after.
like within that time frame,
Semantics.
within like 2 day time frame.
Huh? No. Like
Just
you're
at all?
at the club.
Mhm.
Oh wait, you said they'd smash 2 days later.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
say
Okay,
for
so
the
then,
sake
yeah,
of
yeah.
2 days later.
Not 2 days. No,
Okay.
like
It was like a month or two.
like a month or two.
the same amount of time that they were talking to each other. That's how long you wait.
I feel like it should be doubled.
Specifically to Sean?
I feel like you're
I mean, it's-
Or just a
questioning
friend
it,
and
but
like-
you
He's your
wouldn't
best
do
friend.
it.
So
I
I'd
don't think
say
he would do it. I don't like Alex, like realistically, and I mean,
I would definitely.
I mean
Alex,
this.
like-
No. I mean this
Yeah.
in a nice way,
Yeah.
but like realistically, knowing Alex, like I feel like that would actually like hurts him in a way. Like whether
I would
he may
ask,
joke
yeah.
about
I'd definitely
it,
ask
I
you
don't-
first.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
see
I
you
feel
as
like-
the person to do it.
I would-
just like
yeah.
not saying anything and just like smashing
No,
the
I
girl
wouldn't-
and like
no.
doing
Not
that to your
without saying
friend. Like
anything.
it definitely would hurt you a little bit because
Yeah.
you have such a good friendship
Yeah.
right there. So it's like I feel like it kind of would be a sticky situation.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of another factor that we kind of like breezed past before. If your friend asked you,
Mhm.
Yeah.
would you feel the same?
I
Like,
feel like it
ask
Hold
me
on.
depends.
if he
Okay,
could.
if
'Cause I know you
if
just
you
said it.
asked and then you said no and they still did it.
Oh no, that's fucked up.
now I'm
no,
fighting
that-
back.
yeah,
Yeah,
that-
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that-
Then
Now
it's
I have
then
grounds
it's
to fight
clear
you.
cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now apply that
Okay.
to asking for someone's daughter's hand in marriage.
Wait, what?
Okay, but that
this is
that's
another-
different.
This is a
That's
debate for another
episode. That's
time.
a different
Yeah, it's a
episode.
debate for another
Oh my
time.
god. Well, I don't know. Maybe I know. I
But,
don't know.
okay, okay, but like, okay, so you say yes, but then you still feel some kind of way about it and they do it. Look,
Oh, I
you
said
Yeah,
yes
but
that
then
they
you
can do
shouldn't
it.
say
Yeah.
Wait,
yes.
but you just made my answer for me. You said I feel some type of way about it. So
Sorry, go back to the original question. I just want to get all the hypotheticals.
So yeah,
out
so
of the way.
they ask you first. Do you think?
well, I'm gonna say no because
No. But do you feel the same way about them?
if they at least ask for.
Oh, if they ask,
actually, true.
no, I wouldn't feel anything about them for asking.
Mm.
But
But
me
then if
myself
you
would
say
tell
no.
them like no because I've already dealt with this in the
Mhm.
past.
Mhm.
But like I wouldn't tell them. I would respect that they at least asked because like you said, there's not much of a thing. I feel like once again,
Mhm.
if it was me and her,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
broke
yeah,
up,
it's-
and y'all
oh,
hit me
for
up.
sure.
Hey, you mind if I
No,
like?
yeah, no,
even
that's-
if, even
Mind
if
if I
it's
slide?
if it's 2-3 years later, I'll be like, why the fuck are you
Yeah, no,
asking me this?
no, that's
Like,
understandable. Yeah,
that's-
why did you think it was
Yeah.
okay
Yeah.
to even like ask me
Look,
this?
I'll be honest.
He's
You can't really
"That
use
one's
her in like.
mine."
Well,
Like
I'm just trying to like for me, anyone that I've dated, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want my friends to like
Mhm.
go after.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
so
then like, what if they work out and like they get brought into the group?
See,
and,
that's
like,
another
that's
thing I
so
thought of.
awkward.
I'm not
Is
trying
that
to
like
deal with that
low-key, like
dynamic.
it became more than just a smash. They started talking,
Yeah.
and then they bring around. Then I'm
Because
like,
it's like you have
that
to
might-
add those
'cause
that
now,
might change
now
things a
I
little
allowed
bit,
that.
Yeah.
But see, here's my thing. Once again, I know I say this now in the situation, probably a little different. But like the first, like if they're like, hey, you know, me and her started talking like that month out, or like whatever, however long after, and now me and her working out a little bit. I'm gonna feel some kind of way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just
But-
find your own girl, bro.
But
I mean,
Damn.
Not
true,
that
true,
hard.
yes.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, me and her, for whatever reason it is, didn't work out. If they're happy, what's up to I'm not gonna be like, hey, bro, what the fuck? Like, I'm not
Okay.
gonna go.
I think
I'm
with
gonna
this
hang out with them and be like,
scenario,
"Are you
there's
dating
so
a
many,
thotty,
like,
bro? All
directions.
right, enjoy your thotty."
Thotty bodies.
another scenario. All this stuff happens, and you find out that she makes your boy the happiest person he has ever been or ever could be.
That's
Bump
nice.
that happened. I'm kidding.
I'm like, I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, I probably would feel some type of way. I
I
feel
mean,
even
like,
worse.
I'd be happy,
Okay.
like, for my friend a little bit, but,
Nah.
like, it would still sting. It would still hurt. Like, that, I feel
I'm
like
cutting myself off from this
Yeah.
whole thing.
Oh damn.
I'm not
Okay.
cutting them off. I'm like,
you have
I
to
gotta go live my
protect your
life
peace
now.
at that point. Like, and
And yeah, I respect it. I respect it.
I know how my mind works.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to deal with me.
Mhm.
They're all happy, and I'm fucking over here
And
like
it's also
sad
about
every day.
knowing
Like,
yourself.
you know,
Single,
thinking if my friends.
Ooh.
or do am I at least talking to somebody else by then?
Oh yeah, if you're talking to
Mm.
somebody else, you honestly have to be
You
over
should-
it before
yeah.
you even get into that situation.
Okay, same scenario,
Yeah.
but within the 2 days
This
that
has
it
gone
takes.
from
Yeah, from,
bad
like, the
dates
post
to
to,
now
like-
this,
Because
which
listen,
is fine. Which is
yeah.
fine.
We're moving down the
Yeah.
thread. All right, so same scenario, but within this 2 days, you find another shorty to talk
Oh.
to that.
Say what? I
Yeah.
definitely don't care.
I have no place to care.
Yeah, I definitely
Okay.
don't care.
Well, I would. Well, hold on. Let me not say that entirely.
Hold on.
I would still think it's a little
weird.
weird that my friend went after her. Wait, is
She
my,
pur-
is,
she
is my
pursued
friend?
him.
I know. Well, he has
That he
to.
accepted?
He has to go back.
He accepted it, but
exactly.
like, you know, but
yes,
I
she's
think,
going after him, but
I
he
think
could
there's a
still be like,
difference.
no.
There's a
Between him
difference between
pursuing
him
and
going
being
after her
pursued.
and her
There's a
going after
difference,
him.
but either way, as my friend, you shouldn't
It's still
be going. That's like
uncomfortable.
unless he was like not to like take it there, but by her, then like that's different. But he is still actively, you know, okay with it and going for it. I don't care if the girl is going after him or not. He is still his own person, making his own choices, and he's going like, what the hell is the word? Like she's going after him.
She accepts it, or he accepts it.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, he's not pursuing her. She's pursuing him. Yeah, but he's accepting.
But he like reciprocates.
If
like,
he
Yeah.
asked me, like if that's still in the scenario, and I told him no, and he still did, I feel weird about it.
Well, yeah,
But I
any
would have to
scenario
like
where-
honestly,
yeah.
if I was gonna talk, if I'm talking to another girl and like that works out, I probably wouldn't drop it like right when I'm talking to her because we're not even dating yet technically.
Yeah.
Or
I just feel like it'd be
a label.
uncomfortable.
But if I were to
Yeah.
make this person, you know, my girlfriend officially, I would have to just drop that and not carry that baggage because now you're carrying it into your relationship.
And plus, the new girl that's coming in, it like doesn't know about all this history. So like you're
But
bringing
that's
But
someone.
hey, don't
yeah,
hang out
like
with my
you're
friend
bringing someone
alone.
in
Well,
to
I
something
would
that
would
like.
probably, me personally, probably let her know. Like,
Yeah,
if,
but
like,
that's
we-
a
we all
lot.
hang
When
out.
do you
dynamic.
really want to like
Yeah,
let
I
her
mean,
know?
By the way, my friends
if I'm-
operate
if
this
I'm
way.
comf- if
Yeah.
I'm comfortable enough with somebody like introducing them to my friend group,
Mhm.
I'm gonna like let her know like some of the most important like
Yeah.
lore. Yeah. Be like, just so you know,
You're never
This
meeting
is
my
It
happening
friend.
in
makes
the past.
sense, but that also might scare her off because,
And that's-
like, being like hearing that, like, that would scare me off. I'd be
I mean,
like,
true. Well,
yeah,
Well, you
I
shouldn't
don't
be
know.
scared
That's the
off
case.
because, like I said, the friend didn't go at the girl.
I'd
It
be
was the girl
scared
that went
off
after
just
her.
because, like,
Yeah.
it's so much
I would.
drama. There's so much messiness around it. Like, I just wouldn't want to
Yeah, I
get
think
involved
that's
what
in
if?
that.
Yeah, no,
what
I
if the
understand
person?
that, for
But what
sure.
if the person themselves wasn't that affected by it?
yeah.
Because then
I
there's
mean,
not
if
so
they
much
don't
like.
give a shit, then like by all means,
Yeah,
like
there's-
it honestly
yeah.
just depends on like how the person is.
Mhm.
But like if I'm speaking in terms of me,
Yeah, there's
Nah.
more so just warning you, not
Nah,
like
bro.
I still feel some
Yeah.
kind
You're
of way, but
watching.
it's more
You're
so
watching
just-
Yeah.
the movie. Like the girl goes over to the guy's house. The one that's I guess dealing with the situation. They're like, yeah, we're gonna chill, watch a movie, and he starts crying about the situation.
Golly.
It's like
We used to watch movies
Yeah.
together, and then she fucked my friend. now she watches movies with him.
Yikes.
she's making movies with him.
Yikes.
That's funny.
Yeah. I overall, my friend and I gotta have a talk,
Yeah.
and
I
there's
respect
definitely
that,
the
for sure.
relationship
Yeah.
status might go
Okay.
up or down depending on
shift,
where
yeah.
it goes.
Hey, the fact that it could go up, nice.
I
Let me word that again. Yeah, stay where it is or go lower.
Right.
No, we're just that. It's all good, bro.
Yeah.
We're even closer now. The bro, like,
Yeah,
high five.
We both like the same girl.
We got the same taste.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
I've seen sorry, this is a sidetrack. I've seen like a TikTok thing lately. It's just like what was it? Like if you have like never mind. I'll bring it up later. We can
All right.
keep going.
Yeah,
Any
I
other
think
crazy scenario? Oh, you
my
still-
my ultimate perspective is kind of like a thing of I'd be like, okay, I'd feel a little weird about it at first, but then once I think about it, and I'd be like, well, I didn't know her for that long.
Yeah.
She's obviously attractive,
Mhm.
and if she likes him, hey, and they smash. Oh well.
Yeah, but I
I'm not
feel
gonna
like
fight him over it.
you're
There's
not
plenty of fish in the
allowing
sea,
yourself
right?
The full
Right?
range of emotions.
Right? There's plenty of fish in the sea. That's what everyone keeps telling me.
Oh,
There's
hey.
plenty of fish in the sea. They're all out there.
Hey,
and I'm-
hey. It's all,
They
it's
need to
all
start swimming this way.
Stop letting your
towards
friends do that to
this
you.
direction of the couch.
True.
That's your problem.
Well, to be fair, he hasn't had it happen to him in.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
yeah.
in like
Mm,
a year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Anyways, on to the next story.
bro, you forgot?
Whoa. Okay, never mind. I forgot. Let's go. Next story.
Oh my god,
That's so funny.
I completely wrote that chapter out of my mind because it like was so brief.
You
Like,
were-
no
you-
offense.
I mean, I
but-
guess you were a
Oh,
third
wait.
party in it,
I
but
think, I
like,
think I know.
yeah.
I think my brains
Yeah.
are connected.
You
the
got
dots.
it. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think our brains are.
We'll talk
connected.
about it after
Yeah.
this.
So, yeah.
post pod conversation.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our Patreon for that conversation after
Hey, there
hours.
you go.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
After hours.
So yeah, I think my ultimate perspective is like I think it's unfair is a very loaded term to use.
Yeah.
To
I-
me,
I don't think
to me
it's
for
right.
myself, I don't
Yeah.
apply this to other people, so
Mhm.
keep that in mind. To me, for myself, I would find it unfair of me to put that limitation on my friend. I only apply that to
I think
just
you
let the
deserve
general
better.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
He's not gonna.
I
give it
should
to
treat
himself.
myself better.
I
But
think
you
you
should.
deserve better than that.
We talked about this last week.
True.
I just think, I've never been a fan of putting crazy limit. Not crazy, because it's understandable.
It's not a
Yeah.
crazy limit.
Yeah, it's not a crazy
about
limit. It's
putting
not.
limits
I
on
feel like
others,
it's-
though. It's about like putting you first. Like put you first.
need to
put
put
your
me first,
peace
Lucius.
first. Yeah, like put Sean is number one at the end of the day. Like you can't put your friend above you. Like you have to be number one. Forget your friend. Forget that girl.
You can put
like,
your friend first in certain scenarios. Like,
yeah.
if your friend's car breaks down and you're like, man, I gotta like go on a date or help them, and you
Help
choose
your
them first,
friend.
Numero
That's
uno.
a nice way to
Numero
Yeah.
uno.
No.
If my car breaks
hold on.
down and you're gonna slide into a date, don't worry about me. I got
Whoa.
other people I can call, bro.
Okay,
Well,
That's
I'm
a
just
real
saying,
one
well,
right
in a
there.
scenario where there's no one,
I'll sit there
and
for like
you
4
reached out
hours,
to
bro.
them.
I don't care.
Okay.
Alex is like, I'll
I'll take a
happily
nap. You know
wait
me, I'll
until
take a nap
your
in the car.
date is
Yeah,
over.
but no, but I'm not.
Yeah,
In the real, if I'm
Yeah.
going on a date
Yeah.
with a shorty,
yeah,
and then you're like, "Yo, my car broke down."
yeah.
I'm sorry, but
I'm going on a date.
I'm going to help you fix your car.
Nah, bro, don't worry
I
about
know
me,
he
bro.
was gonna do
Yeah.
that.
I know you're going to, but don't worry about me, bro.
But I would
'cause I'm
do the
gonna be
same
like,
though. And I'm saying
son,
if that's
look.
the scenario where I would want to help my, I'd be like, hey, my friend's car broke down.
Yeah, I'd
Can
be
we
like, hey,
Yeah,
don't
and
give
in
me
honestly,
this
cases like
date.
that,
if she
though,
can't
your
be
date,
respectful of that,
yeah,
she's not a good one.
Your
Facts.
date would like that because it shows that
That's
you
true.
can help
You know what?
others
Facts.
in need.
That's what I'm
If you
saying.
bring it up with her and you guys come to
Oh
a
my
mutual
God.
conclusion,
No,
even
even-
if she would prefer you to come over to help me out, then absolutely.
No,
but if she's
because-
like,
no,
oh damn,
no, 'cause
this is the
even-
only time I have in the next like 2 weeks, then
Be like,
hey, bro,
I'll see you in 3.
damn.
Well, I'm just
No, but I agree.
No,
with
but you know what you do?
I'm saying that's
No.
a scenario where you
You
should
You
pick
know
your friend
what you
first.
do
Yeah.
in situations
Yeah.
like that? You use it as an opportunity. You go to her job, you bring her lunch, you bring her flowers. Like you do things that like
play the game a
make
different
way.
up
Mr.
for
Date.
that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like oh, like I'm so sorry
Yeah.
that like we had some circumstances and like we missed our
Yeah.
date. Show up at her job, bring her lunch, bring her a bouquet of
careful.
flowers. Like,
Okay,
Make
hold
sure
on.
you know her well.
yeah,
Before
like
you-
make sure
before
she's
you-
comfortable with it. Don't just like show up and be like a creep,
Yeah.
but like do something to like make up for it. And I feel like that'll show that like you take care of your friends and you are willing to take care of others, but you also make her a priority as well.
All right, side hypothetical.
That's just
Do I know
from a
that you're
daily
about to go on this? Do you
perspective.
like let us know beforehand that you're about to go on this date?
Well, no, I preface it with like you called him because your car broke down.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Do I know you're about to go on this date
Well,
beforehand?
Yeah,
You're
but
not
like
gonna
when you
call him
call
if you-
Yeah, I
him,
don't think you're gonna call
he'll
me.
be
if
like,
you don't.
oh, like
Yeah.
Why do you think I said you called him already?
Yeah, but in
He
another
doesn't- you don't
hypothetical,
know.
I wouldn't even do it.
I know. I know you would
another
know you would call me.
another hypothetical, his car doesn't break down at all.
Exactly.
And you go on your date.
Exactly.
another hypothetical.
Exactly.
He doesn't even have a car.
Honestly,
Alex calls you, my car broke down. You don't have one.
he's like, fuck.
What do you mean?
He called my bluff. I don't want you to go on this date, bro. She's not good for you.
You're
No,
mine.
I actually want her.
Oh hell no.
Low key though, I might actually listen. If you're like, see, I don't
Come
want you to
on, bro.
No, in the instance.
Sean, put
No, no,
yourself
no.
Let him
In the
cook, bro.
instance where,
Actually
in
go with
the
what I'm
instance
saying.
where he says, "I don't want you to go on this date because I don't think she's good for you."
If it's baseless, don't take my word for it.
well, of course
I
it's
wouldn't
baseless.
do- I wouldn't do that in general. Actually,
Yeah.
but
This
yeah,
is a
but-
girl you met on Tinder or something that you're going on a date with.
Well, you
and he
can't
calls
use
you and
that.
tells you that.
Well, yeah, if it's just some like random girl that he's never even met, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, "Bro, shut the hell up."
Yeah.
And,
I also wouldn't do that. So.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
listen,
You
but
just
if it
feel
was
like
some
you're
girl
just
that he
jealous.
met,
Yeah, like,
That
I'm
you're
like,
so
oh my God.
jealous.
if it was a
I
girl
don't
that
get
he
any
met,
dates.
if it was a girl that he met, and then
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, bro,
Like, genuinely,
like,
she's
I don't
like-
think she's
yeah.
good for
Well,
you,"
yeah.
then I'd be
That's-
like,
But
Yeah.
then, listen to your friend.
Yeah.
But like,
Well,
if your friend's
take it
just
into
like,
consideration.
I'm
yeah,
not gonna call them before their date, unless he's like, "I'm gonna propose to her today." I'd be like, "I'll wait
That's
till their
like,
date's
oh,
done,
like the third
and
date,
then
bro.
talk with
Okay.
them like that day, and let them know like how I feel."
"Interesting." I don't know how I feel. I don't
Because
know if
I feel
prefer-
like if they go on the date, they might see things for themselves. I don't want to like sour the experience. I want them to experience it and then
Yeah.
give them my take after.
Mhm.
Because
Okay.
that's now you have how it was in the moment. You have my perspective on what I've seen, and you take the two and you figure out what you believe is the case.
See, but
But I-
sometimes when you,
Unless I know
sometimes-
she's like,
well, yeah, but
know?
sometimes you let that in-person experience
I understand.
soil
Either or.
what someone
Yeah,
might tell
'cause,
you.
like,
Your homie's word could
sometimes-
also sell the date. Either
That's
or.
what I'm
Whatever
saying.
comes
True.
first
yeah,
is gonna.
because I don't want you to go in with like bad intentions.
Yeah.
Because if you like go in, you're like, man, my boy just told me this. Now you're thinking,
But
But,
what
like,
if,
it
but what if
could
you're
also-
going in like, let me see if I can see the signs?
Okay,
now?
that's true.
well, that's why I'm not calling you till after.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
For like
in
if
this,
the homie
if
says
the
it
homie does call you
But I
beforehand,
feel
what if you're like,
you
let me
need
go
more
into
than
the
just
date?
one interaction with her. Like you need to
That's
be
true.
able to,
Yeah.
like at least
Not all
like
the
one or
time.
two. But I feel like you need at least like one or two because like from my experience, when I first like came into the group, I was afraid that you guys hated me. Like
Oh,
I was
damn.
like, yeah, but it was nothing against you guys. It was just me because like I'm awkward. Like I was uncomfortable. Like it was new. I was meeting new people. Like I was being.
Kelly felt
I
like
was being like introduced to like a whole new group.
Bro.
Right, so like I'm being introduced to like a whole new group, so like it's scary. And like I originally thought that like you guys didn't like me, and I was like, oh my god, like
damn.
they hate me, like they're gonna
That's
say
crazy.
that. But
I was
like,
like, yeah, they
it's,
hate
again,
you.
it's not you. But like I was like, oh my god, they hate me. They're gonna tell their friend like not to talk to me.
Oh,
and, like,
damn, no.
all this
Yeah.
stuff. But then like you know
It
our
was the
friendship
opposite.
after we hung out a few more times, it was like wow, like they're really cool. Like
Love
we
it.
get along really well. Like it's great. But like I feel like at first impression, it's always so easy to think like they don't like me or like, and I feel like that can kind of cloud it because like when I first meet someone, I'm very reserved, I'm very quiet. Is that how my
Same.
personality is normally? No, but that's when I'm comfortable. Like I have
Yeah.
to get comfortable with you. So I
Yeah.
think like one interaction, two interactions, and then being like, yeah, I don't actually think she's right for you. Then maybe your point's valid. But like after one, I feel like it's kind of like you kind of
Unless
got to
you
give
really
them a little bit more of a
exhibited
chance.
a sign
Yeah,
it's bad.
unless they're like blatant, like outright red flags,
Yeah.
like they're treating your friend
Like,
like
bro.
shit, like stuff like that. But like other than that,
Bro, you're not you when you with her, bro.
Well, no, look, especially because like I mean I refuse to fall into this trap,
Yeah.
but like it being like a potentially a first relationship, like for me, it's like I most likely the idea is that I probably wouldn't see any signs because I'd just be excited to like
you'd have love goggles on.
exactly.
You're like
I
love
get that,
blind.
That's
but
true.
that's why I still would want you to have your own. Because even if you choose them after I tell you this, I might have my reservations. But who knows? Maybe that was just an off night for them or off day, or maybe I'm just overthinking
But
things.
it could also be that your relationship is different with each other versus with other people.
What do you mean?
Like your
Yeah, what do you-
relationship, like how you are with each other, like how you and your partner are in private versus how you and your partner are with other people. I feel like that also adds a factor into it because like if you and your partner are like goofy and playful at home by yourselves and then you get into another group and you're very reserved, you're very quiet, like I think that kind of adds in a factor
if,
to it.
If my boy is like, bro, she don't fucking talk, you need to break things off with her. Then I'd be
Yeah.
like, all right, bro,
Hold
you're
on, bro,
tripping a
just
little
let her,
bit.
bro. Just let her shine a little bit, bro.
She's still new, bro. She's shy.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
In that
I
case,
agree.
yeah, for sure.
I'd be like, I agree, but give her time. It's fine.
Yeah.
But if he's like, yeah, bro, I don't know, I don't the way that I see her treat you and this and that, it's
Yeah.
like I don't think you're seeing like certain things.
Mm.
Like I think that is like I think it's low key kind of toxic if they're
Yeah.
like good to you in private and then not good
Oh,
to
well,
you.
yeah.
you
I mean,
know?
Oh,
that's-
100%. And
Yeah.
I think like as a friend, you have to come with like solid examples. Like you have to be like,
You have to have
when we
evidence.
were
She's
all
not good for
together
you.
on
Why?
this day,
Carfax.
she like put her hands on
I
you
like
and
her
she
vibe.
said something to you.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it depends on like the relationship because like you guys know we shit talk each other all the time. Like
True.
the way that we talk to each other, like you know that we're goofing around because
Yeah.
like the way we say it. But like if you didn't know us, you'd be like, damn, like that's
They
the way
hate
that they
each other.
speak to each other. Like that's
Yeah.
unbelievable. And it's like we know that we're joking, we know that we're playing,
Yeah.
and we're comfortable enough to do it around you guys. But we also are comfortable enough to do it
Well-
by ourselves when
I'm
we're
trying to
not
RKO
around
my
you
shorty, bro.
guys.
Well, I feel like we also do it in a jokey way.
Yeah,
Some
like
people
don't.
we make it
Where
very
it's like,
obvious that
yeah,
we're
yeah.
joking.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah,
you're fat
like-
and ugly. I'm like, oh, you're so
Right.
funny.
But it's like, and there's
like what you
certain
say.
things
I'm like,
that
I don't think she was kidding, bro.
But right, and like,
What do you mean you don't think she's
No, not like.
but
off of
like
my
you have to
perception. Well,
know your level.
You don't think I'm fat and ugly too?
You gotta know like your level of comfortability joking with your partner. Like I feel
Yeah.
like if as long as that's known, because like in the beginning, it was something different to me. Like I wasn't used to it, and like I would shit talk him a little bit, and then I might take it too far, and like I had to learn like where the line was. But now like we shit talk each other all the time, and it's funny, and like we goof, and like it's a part of our relationship. But I feel like when you're saying it with ill intent, and you're like,
Yeah.
you're such a piece of shit, you're so stupid,
Yeah.
I don't like you, you're so dumb.
It's like-
yeah, it's like that's not really funny.
You're so
Like,
pretty and
that's
smell good.
It's funny when she
Bro.
berates me.
Yeah.
She's so quirky.
I'm like, bro,
right?
are you
Or like,
sure?
The love
Right.
goggles are on heavy.
Yeah, look.
yeah, like I just, you
Things off.
know.
Yep.
But yeah, like I feel like it depends on like your relationship. But you should never just outright disrespect your partner. You shouldn't like point things out that like they're insecure about.
We're
Yeah.
shifting now.
Yeah, like
We're shifting again.
we're gonna shift back, but a little
I
PSA.
walk in the room, Shorty was like, "You gained weight." I'm like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go back to work." Actually,
that's not even like a you're not even like joking.
yeah, that's not a joke.
Just came over.
Like,
That's real.
damn.
You can't wait.
I'm like, "Oh my god, bro. You see me every day, bro. You should know, bro."
I'm going back to work, man.
I'm doing
That'd be so
I'm
crazy.
doing voluntary overtime, like forced overtime.
That'd be so crazy.
They told me to go home, and I'm like, no.
You walk in,
Actually, I
you're
don't
gaining
wanna.
weight. Hello to you too.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go now.
But that's the thing, like, and at that point, it's
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't know about you,
I call you
like,
stupid as a joke, and you're just like,
you're so stupid.
Yeah,
You're fat.
it's like,
yeah,
yeah,
like there's a difference.
Oh. Okay.
taking kids.
Yeah.
Any other?
Oh yeah, and you, like,
I think we should probably.
Honestly-
this conversation could go on for hours, but
Yeah.
I think we should probably cut it off.
low key.
All right. Well, before I cut it off fully,
Yeah.
any last minute things you want to put in? Whether it was the stories, the random scenarios that Sean threw at us. Well,
Don't hit your boy's girl in the back of his car
Facts.
True.
Well,
That's.
unless you have consent.
Unless you have consent.
Be slimy
From all
and
parties.
Oh, I was gonna
cool.
say.
yeah.
All right. On that note, that is going to conclude episode 11 of the Dubois Podcast.
Oh yeah.
Where we are.
Duh,
boys.
We'll see you next week.
And hopefully we'll have Chance back and he'll
True.
be alive.
Oh yeah, we
we'll
gotta.
see.
We're, I don't have a
Oh,
lot.
yeah,
I gotta tie him back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're taking the Tibet cats too.
Yeah, true.
Bye.
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 Have a good time.